Coming a little early because we got to get the action here. I'm coming in early, baby. Let's go. 10 minutes. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Can you believe this move up to 30K, ETF approved, Bitcoin banging all the way to 30,000, coming back down to 28,200, but still busting through some key levels. We got a lot to talk about. This is insane. A lot of people lost a lot of money. If you made a little bit, you did enough. Some guy in my group made $200,000. I'm telling you right now, it's out of control. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. 9 minutes to countdown, 8 minutes to countdown. It's gonna get wild. I can't wait. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. Bang, bang, bang. I gave you the 8-hour hidden bullish. I talked about it over and over again. We nailed it to the upside. Shout out to all the lifers. We're gonna break down what I went over inside the trading group. We're gonna talk about it. It's gonna be insane. God bless each and every one of you for being here. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Let's jump in. Let's get that intro up and running, and let's get into Bitcoin. This is absolute insanity went on today. 30K, are you kidding me? Let's get it in. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Of course, I got the Bitcoin tie on today. Let's not play games. Shout out to each and every one of you. We rolled up to $30,000. We talked about it. We broke it down. Oh, my God. What an amazing day it is to be alive. Shout out to everybody here on the live. I am in early because the price action demands it. I show up when I got to, not when I want to. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here, and that's the definition of an entrepreneur. A successful entrepreneur. You show up when you have to, not what you want to. It's not what you want to do. It's what you got to do every single day. Shout out to the Discord, banging on them. I just want to show you what was going on in the Discord this morning. I was in the 99 chat with the group, just chatting it up. My man was in a giant trade. Literally, this guy pulled off. He pulled off. I just look at the gains in the trading group right here. 381% on Caspa, 541% on that Bitcoin long. He made $657, 547% gains, 899% gains, 381% gains. I did not work out today on my big workout day on Monday. I will finish my workout later. I went to work out and I couldn't. The market was out of control. 789%, 331, 37. It's out of control here in the trading group. My man took a short too, right when that started to happen at that 29,005 area, made 30K real quick on $200. Unbelievable. But the big one here, the biggest trade I've ever seen in my trading group in my life. He made $815,000 on 100X long. He made $229,600. Juice WRLD, that's the most craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. My God. This is insane. Shout out to my man, banging on him to the upside. Unbelievable. This is insanity. Absolute insanity. Insane. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you. So look, he was in a long and he was like, listen, I'm up 100 grand. He goes, I'm going to trail it, right? He's like, dang, right? And then he's like, dang, I should have taken that. I saw him say, I should have sold the 20,005. I said, no, wait, right? Look, he's like, another one, sorry. It's crazy. I had this leverage trade right here. It continued to the upside, out of control. Man. And so, like, let me show you this. I just want to show you. So he's like, I should have taken that 2055 right here. He's like, he was like, oh, right here. Shit, I wasn't looking. Could have exited at 2850. And I'm like, steady here. Like, I'm talking to him like, steady here, bro. We're about to go to 20. You're about to get paid. You're about to make an extra 100K right now. I'm like, wait on this one. I see 28.5, steady. And I could feel it like he was in the trade, like steady. And then bang, 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 bang. Oh my God. And we saw a God, I love God, God bless God, but we call it a God candle because it's just like, God is the most powerful thing in the world, but like, I mean, the candle's nothing, but it just, and this thing would just absolutely erupt right here, look, boom, and right to the target, would hit the target and go further. This was out of control. We're going to get into the price action right now, but I'm just saying, you know, again, I even called this scalp this morning right there as it happened, bang, bang, bang. Look at my Twitter where I was putting out what was happening on Twitter. Hidden bullish on the 8-hour for Bitcoin. I even talked to ITrust Capital, asking Christopher Winks. He said the same thing. He saw expansion. My primary scenario is a rally from this general area. And look, I mean, we banged. And that's why I was like, this post, you know, not to call out El Capo, but I mean, the dude claimed 10K for days, right? And then what I don't like about it is he also put down, like he was, at one point he was humble, but sometimes he wasn't. Like at one point to people, like if I was long, he'd be like, you guys are such idiots. This is the worst bear market rally I've ever seen. You guys are all fools. He did put people down. He did talk down to people. He was disrespectful. He was rude. And, you know, when I think about it, it's insane. So this tweet aged well, unlike El Capo guy who fell off the face of the earth after telling the world he was a prodigy and we were definitely going to 10K. Where is his, what happened to his Twitter feed? Oh, here he is, El Capo. What happened to this dude? Still short and strong, January 17th. Look, he is April 11th. He disappeared. Congratulations to the Bulls that were respectful and were calling for 30K. My bear scenario is not invalidated yet. What happened to this dude? Where is he? 762,000 followers. What happened to this dude? Where was he at? Whatever, man. I don't know. I don't know him that well, and, you know, I don't want to piss him off, but I'm just, man, what happened to this dude? Where he at? Where is he at? Anyway, shout out to everybody here on the live, jumping on in. God bless him, though, and his family, like, or whoever he is. I mean no ill will. I love him to death, and every human being out here. You know, I don't get it. I don't get it. You know, all things come to those who wait. Just keep looking. He's like, oh, man. For adding to my shorts. Oh, how was that? How was that doing for you? Yikes. I was buying more Bitcoin this whole time, telling this guy about the fundamentals of BTC. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here and sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. We got some new channel sponsors coming in, and we really appreciate it. We're going to talk about it right now, all right? Now, we go over the S&P a lot. We go over the NASDAQ. We go over a bunch of different stuff, right? Even some Forex. So I figured it'd be good if we had a relationship with someone that could give us that access, all right? So we sat down the last few weeks. We looked at all the different options, and we came up with a pretty good group of people that we're willing to work with. Yeah, hold on one second. Save that to my downloads. That should pop in. Bang. Bang. And it comes in real big at first. There's my smiley face. Does it look like I have a fro or something funny? Anyway. BingX, baby. I am working with BingX. I'm making it clear today. BingX, baby. BingX, baby. BingX, let's go! No one's more excited about BingX than I am. Okay? Jump on it today if you want to trade the S&P futures. All right? S&P futures. Banging on them. Doing their thing. BingX today. We can put it up here so you can see it all day long. Sign up to BingX right there with the QR code. It makes it super easy, or the link in the description below. If you want to start trading the S&P with me and Forex, all right? It's going to be amazing. Jump on in today. BingX, baby. BingX. Shout out to BingX. We greatly appreciate the relationship and what you have put forth. And, you know, you're going to see I'm the hardest working guy in the game. And once I associate and keep working, I appreciate it. So I still have my MEXC link. I have to make that clear. And I still use MEXC. They get the smallest coins in the game. They have access to some of the lot more micro caps and big caps and gems and low fees. When I DCA, it's low fees. But if I'm going to be trading futures, Forex, I'm going to do an S&P, or even just some other derivatives possibly. BingX also has some big liquidity. It's a well-known exchange. It's a good backup too. You never know. We always need a backup because you know how things are. So BingX is my backup, my go-to. Right? QR code right there at the top of the screen here. BingX. All right? Jump on into BingX today. We greatly appreciate you. All right? Let's jump on into the charts now. Enough shilling BingX. But I'm just excited because I haven't had a place to trade S&P. And so that excites me and gets me going. All right? Shout out to everyone here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. I know we're a bit early, but come on in. One, come all. As we are running in, getting it done here every single day. Shout out to all my lovers of life. Shout out to all the crypto heads. Bitcoin ETF approved. Did it get approved? All right. Some say it was a scam. We don't know. SEC approves iShares Bitcoin ETF. Whoa, Reuters is reporting SEC is approving iShares. This is via Benzinga, an actual headline on the terminal. I still want more confirmation, but this is the second source saying this. New official statement, Fox and BlackRock iShares Spot ETF is still under review by the SEC. Just in, BlackRock says Spot application is still under review. So no iShares ETF. Apparently it could have been a bit of it was a fake out. And that's why the price went up and came back down. However, the TA had it pretty spot on. Shout out to Natalie Brunel hanging out there with Kathy Wood. That's pretty awesome. The women of cryptocurrency Really, really interesting to see that too. Breaking, SEC is now rejecting all Bitcoin ETFs after being reminded how stupid the industry, oh my God, reportedly, right? Man, so funny. Shout out to Jacob, I get it. You know, he's saying because everyone traded off of the news, right? And it pumped the price to the upside. Correction, the Cointelegraph tweet suggesting approval is inaccurate. BlackRock has clarified the ETF is still undergoing review. So we're giving you the news first. It is not approved. Some people say it's approved. Some people say it's not. Could it got leaked? Martini guy is saying it was approved. BlackRock Bitcoin ETF approved. Leaked by Reuters. We don't know yet. So it's still 5 more expected to be approved in the coming days. ETFs have only just begun. I don't know. I'm still on the fence here. Approve the SE Shares Spot ETF. So we have a bunch of back and forth here. Blockchain Daily picking it up. iShares Spot 28 minutes ago. What's the latest news is 4 minutes ago. The SEC is now rejecting. That's funny. Yeah. Breaking news. I should put one out there too. BlackRock says Spot ETF 11 minutes still under review. So still under review. Jamie, I don't know if you have any links or anything else that we could I should look at that kind of clarify what's going on. All right. But today's BingX day. We love you, BingX. We appreciate you. And we'll put the link here to BingX if you want to jump on in. And why? Because for the next 3 days, it's going to be awesome. So jump on in. I'm going to show you what's happening here on BingX. All right. Register to win 150 USDT. Exclusive new user event. Only through this link, too. So BingX has been around a long time. They don't feel the need to give a lot, so they're giving through here. First time deposit of 50, get a $50 bonus. Bang, bang, bang. Limited to 100 users. First come, first serve. Start the trade. Once trading volume reaches 3,000, get a $100 bonus. 10x leverage. That's limited to 100 users as well. And the event time is from today till the 25th of October. So the 25th of October, jump on into BingX. This is going to run for the next 11 days, all right, or 9 days, all right? So jump on it. I can do the math. I really can, all right? So jump on it today. We greatly appreciate it. And you get a tutorial if you want to learn. And again, do not use futures if you don't know what you're doing. I traded spot for years, 10 years, and I don't push, leverage trading on anyone. If you don't want to trade leverage, don't do it, all right? You can make a lot of money trading spot. I just want to make that really clear. I'm one of the few guys out here that, yeah, leverage is cool, but, I take it easy. Have a blessed day, everyone. Trading Wars, baby. Trading Wars is today at 4 p.m., right? 3 o'clock? Savage Trades. There is no KYC. Only IP tells them the location. That's all I'll say. But you can trade there. Yes. Yeah. And you will be able to trade S&P, Forex, and other derivatives on BingX. All right? Worldwide, people all around the world could do that. So check it out today. All right. So Binance, let's break it down. Let's talk about it. I got my Bitcoin chart here that I made this morning. I'm going to break it down for each and every one of you. And we're going to find out if there's a trade to be had, if there's something going on, and if there's something to go down right now. We're going to delete all our old work, and we're going to talk about it. One thing I want to discuss, though, was that how I showed you hidden bullish divergence on the 8-hour time frame. Did I not? It suggested that you would make a high above these two highs. So despite the fake news or hidden, the fact that the SEC, yes or no, it doesn't matter. I'm trying to tell you the charts have this eerily functional way of telling you what's going to happen before it happens. Again, I'm also big when we get above a 200 SMA. All you have to do is once you close a candle above it, open up a long with a stop loss on the other side. This is a simple way to trade. It makes a lot of money. Look, the second the 4-hour broke above the 200 SMA, say you open up a long right there with a stop loss on the other side. Look how paid you would have gotten. It's so simple. I'm telling everyone, the simpler you keep this, the better off it is. You do not have to know everything. You just have to know what you need to know to manage the trade. Okay? And this would blast. You guys saw me buy so much Bitcoin. The other day I bought $1,000, right? And I just kept buying Bitcoin at these areas. I bought so much Bitcoin in these areas. I loaded up. I basically bought a whole Bitcoin in here. And I can't believe we're back to 27,009 after all this. So it looked like the news may have been a little bit preemptive. It's crazy how it got people that excitable. The 4-hour really should have started coming down to the 21-day moving average. You're really far away from the 21. So we're going to talk about it. What a wick, though. What a strange wick now for Bitcoin. Kind of weird, Not the best. It could have been a huge candle as I came into the live. Now it's kind of a wick. So it changes, everything changes that fast. That amazing. Yeah. 10K would be nice. I'm up so big from the lifers calls this morning. Dude, who made massive gains today in the trading group? I saw people, like, I should take the day off. Like, we did great. Like, we don't have to work for the rest of the day. We can come back tomorrow. We all should go spend the day with our families, take our kids out of school, have a blast. No, keep your kids at school. I don't want to. But you know what I mean? Gains. Shout out to Lifer Adam. Shout out to Jamie. Up 500K in total. Dude, Juice WRLD make $500,000 today. I just can't believe it, man. God bless you, brother. Like, that's amazing, bro. Like, life-changing wealth in a day. $500,000 in a day. Unbelievable, Juice WRLD. Like, I still can't believe it, man. I still can't believe it. I'm just like... But I can believe it because the trade was there. It made sense, and you had the guts to do it. So, I mean, that's how you trade. You trade hard. You know? You're all day, so it's like, 500K in a quick morning. I made 20,000. Crypto Bull Sniper made 20K. Lifer gains. That is awesome. Lifer, almost 2x my second account in less than a month. I'm hyped. Shout out to Caps Crypto in the game. Doing well. Tagged you in the tweet, Lifer. Thank you. God bless you, brother. And everyone says tagged you in the tweet. Do I go to notifications? This tweet aged well. Funny, mind your biz. Love you, brother. And Sid9 flip side. Good morning. Crypto Savage, I woke up in a huge state of gratitude every day. It is my abundant secret. Stop living in fear. It is a fake emotion acting real. Live in love and you will not be denied. Today is going to be the best day of your life. Bang, bang, bang. Everyone says, like, I tagged you. I don't know where are the tags. If only humans were as behaved. I know, right? With this little tie on. Oh, they're going to be so sweet. I can't wait to meet those little buggers. Oh, you responded to me. Yeah. God bless you, Gary, man. I love you. Yo, Gary's a great guy, man. Gary Cardone, brand. Everybody, Gary Cardone, But that's Grant Cardone's twin brother. We're building a good relationship. He's a beautiful man, beautiful person. And, I've been enjoying all my rapport with him and all my time with him. It's been fun, right? Top chat won't show weird numbers. You're funny. Let me take a look at the chat. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Let me take a look at the live chat, not top chat. All right. How do I join the trading group? So simple. Go to cryptolifer.com. Go to cryptolifer.com and join the trading group. All right. Go to cryptolifer.com. Join the trading group today. All right. Join the trading group today. And I'm already signed in here, right? But the link in the description will be there to jump on into BingX if you want to do that. First 100 users get hooked up, so first come, first serve for the love. I would jump on in as soon as humanly possible, all right? What I'm going to do is I'm going to give you both links here, all right? And we're going to pin them here in the comment section, all right? And this is my baby, man. This when I pin a link here, it is my golden link. You know what I mean? So whoever gets this position today is the blessed one, and it's BingX today. We love you. We appreciate you. Shout out to everyone here on BingX. You want to join my trading group? I want you to head over to cryptolifer.com and hit join today. Join today. Join today. It's very simple to join today. You would have been given these calls. You would have known what's happening. You would have been able to see what went on. We called the long for Bitcoin, if you remember, at the 786 retracement here. Right there, we got into a long right there. That long paid off. I mean, what a juicy, juicy long. All right. So bang, bang, bang. Just, something that I just, I got to break down and discuss, right? 508 people on the live, 588 people, 187 likes, just 588 people. We should have one of the biggest streams ever right now. Ever. Calling the hidden bullish divergence, talking about it, breaking it down. All right. Anyway, let me show you what's good and bad about what's happening right now. The daily's not staying above the 200 SMA. Not a good sign. You got to remain above it. That's so weird that we got that hard above it. We did not close a candle. All right. So one thing right off the bat I'm not a fan of is that we did not close a candle above the 200 yet. We have 9 hours. It's not over yet. It's not over yet. So if you watch my channel every day, I'm going to go over Bitcoin in the big, basically, on the long-term chart, and then we're going to zoom into the small term. I'm going to give you the weekly, to the 3-day, to the daily, to the 4-hour, to the 1 hour, You might even catch me on the 30-second chart when you're all said and done. It's actually pretty crazy. I've never seen a live stream cover more time frames, and I've watched every YouTuber, man, and I love them all. I'm just different and unique. That's all. I love all the other YouTubers. They're great, and I know a lot of the other analysts personally. Jason Casper, me and him are cool. CryptoFates, me and him are cool. I even call him a trader, and Big Consensus, I'm cool with him. Frankie Candles, I'm cool with Frankie Candles. You name a trader out there, I know basically almost all of them. I never met Eric Crown, but he seems like a really cool guy, So look at Bitcoin forming this kind of ascending triangle, right? That's an ascending triangle, clear as day. We got the boom to the upside. I kept drawing this ascending triangle when everyone else was more bearish. I kept saying there's a chance that we're making this ascending triangle. And actually, I was saying even that could be the fake out breakout. This could be the clean pattern right here. So I like what I'm seeing here for Bitcoin, and it does suggest that we go higher. The daily is just getting started on the stochastics. So the daily is just getting started. Fine, we had some ETF up and down movement, but look at your fundamentals. MACD, lack of bearish momentum. RSI across the median line. And stochastics ready to get a blast. All we got to do is break above resistance, and we can get a monster move to the upside. So I'm not going to spend too much time on the weekly right now. I want to really focus on the daily time frame. So the daily has a nice support. Look, we lost this. We came back above it. We know we have nice support at 25,700. All right. We know we have nice support right here too. Let's keep it moving. At about 26,234. All right. So we got support here. We got support there. And then we took the nice bounce off the bottom of the channel. All right. And that key, let's see here. Key level of support too right there was 2660, and we bounced nicely. Then we had a resistance that we were battling. We couldn't seem to get back above at 27. Let's see. Yeah, 27,230. Remember 27,230. That was it. And it eventually became 250, but I call it, 27,240, 27,238. That was we had it. That was the problem. Because here we used it. We bounced. We made that beautiful trade. All right. So here we are. And now we clearly have a resistance right where we have a clear resistance right here, 28,000. And remember, weekly resistance is 28,088. I've gone over this many, many times. Many, many times. What does this do? Well, what's the most bearish scenario here? I mean, you could try to push a bearish scenario here and saying, well, we have a right, and I'm just being open-minded here. You have a shoulder ahead. Could this make some type of a right shoulder? Could this make an M pattern? And do you dump to the downside? If you can't get back above this level, that's bearish. That's bearish for sure. So the next thing you break above and retest would be the key area to get in on a bigger trade, right? We'll get rid of this. We'll keep it clean for you. Now we bring in the moving averages. They're important, all right? And usually lately I've been cutting off two of them, the 80 and the 100, and just leaving your 21, your 50, and your 200 SMA, all right? So here's the deal. I'm a big 200 SMA guy. We got to stay back above the 200 SMA to remain bullish. There's a point of control there too. A high volume node. Forgive me. But right now we're having issues getting above this resistance. And you can see it was right there. It was right there. And we're right there. And it's weekly. 20,080 is a weekly support and resistance level that we have some issues at. Okay. If you draw the upper trend line from wick to wick, you'll make a bear flag. The upper trend line from wick to wick, you'll make a bear flag. Yeah, I'm not a wick trader, man. Like that, I wouldn't do that. To me, I don't use wicks when I'm making patterns. Yeah. And I'll show you why. It doesn't fit my trading style. It doesn't make sense. I'm with you. You could be in a bear flag. If I made the bear flag, I would just cut off the wick, man. You know what I mean? And I'm in a rising wedge. Rising wedges break down 68% of the time. So you could say you're still in the rising wedge. Okay? Oh, yeah. TradFi and a lot of guys, traditional traders, they'll use that wick to wick. I will not do that. Because wicks are liquidations, and I'm a liquidation guy. I'm looking for liquidations at all times. I'm looking for liquidity. All right? So I want to see the movement of the wick outside of the pattern because that's where they broke the pattern. And when we get back inside, then I'm good to go. See, here's the deal. If I drew this, rising wedges go parabolic, we break out. If we're breaking out, then we're on our way. But we come back inside, then we can break down. If I keep this as a wick, then I can't find out when we got back inside the pattern. I honestly think this is wrong. I know they should be open-minded, but I think using wicks is because I know so many trades that you would not have been able to make had you used the wicks, right? But again, I'm open-minded to anyone has their own scenario, and I'm not, you know, I'm not Bitcoin Jesus over here, right? You know, it is what it is. Whatever you feel works for you, okay? What does BOOKMAP suggest? We're going to get into that in a second. Hold your horses and stay patient. Get the information you need from the man that's giving it to you, all right? So here's the deal. Resistance right now, we must flip. The daily suggests we will, so I trust those Stokes very well. Those Stokes tell me we will break through. We will continue to the upside. Right now, we are above the 200 SMA. All we need to do is close a candle above that today, and we're pretty good to go. BOOKMAP has liquidity at 28,200. It's likely we're about to get a short squeeze right now in the next 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Looks like we're about to get a short squeeze all the way back up to about 28,200, 28,250. All right. They still got this order at 27,008, but no one really knows what to do. That was insane movement. All the liquidity got wrapped up over, you know, False Move Monday was the greatest false move for them. I mean, they love that news. They could be able to push the price further up. Man, what a blast to the upside. What a blast. Everyone was on Twitter saying that the Bitcoin ETF was approved. Fake news. We already went over all this. We showed you all the tweets. We talked about it. Yeah. Bang, bang, bang. I wasn't on Twitter doing that. All right. When in doubt, go to the line of the charts for patterns. Amen. Amen. So here's the deal. As these get tight, this 50 is going to curve and cross the 200 SMA. We see the beginnings of a golden cross coming. I see Bitcoin heading into 40K. I'll be honest. Like after this move, I see us consolidating and I see Bitcoin heading into $40,000. I wouldn't be surprised if we hit 40K before the halving. Mark that down, write it down, just keep it in your head. Another thing that I kept going over was this is a double bottom with a measured move. If we just look at it and we take the measured move. See, what I try to do is just, with all the confusion, I try to calm you down. I do calm you down. And I show you exactly what you need to see so you don't get overwhelmed. You know, watch last night's stream. A lot of great info. Last night's stream was amazing. Should be extrapolated as an actual video. I am going to make a new channel. Crypto Lifer always stream 24/7, and we're just going to stream all the time, 24/7, constantly. I have another computer that I'm going to hook up. I'm going to see if the bandwidth can hang, and I'm just going to stream basically I'm going to take a bunch of my old stuff, make a playlist of it, and then just stream the playlist, and I'll be teaching 24/7 all the time, right? Okay. Adam and Eve on the 1 minute. I have a hard time trusting anything right now after the fake news pump. I don't know, man. See, I trusted in I trusted in the TA, so the TA made sense to me. Anyway, the measured move there is 38,700 for this giant double bottom, right? So we just got to put that out there. That's a fact. Like, that is a fact. That's your measured move of the W. All right. Moving forward, we're going to start getting into the smaller time frames. Right now, the daily looks absolutely amazing. Lack of bearish momentum. Everything looking great. Daily suggests that we can continue. 22-hour suggests we can continue, right? 22-hour is above the 200 SMA. Huge sign for a big move. Huge sign for a big move. This candle closes above it. I don't care about this wick. That was fake news, garbage, whatever. But it's still big. And we can close the wick. We can eventually close the wick too. You know what I mean? So this is interesting to me. We take a look at the 4-hour time frame, and the 4 hours overbought. RSI is getting a little high. All right? A little high. And no, I just wanted to see if we had any hidden bullish. Almost a little bit of hidden bearish. I mean, it's almost a hidden bearish divergence there. In a way, if we can't push up a little higher, troublesome. We're at the top of the channel here. 4-hour. Last night I couldn't believe the 4-hour didn't come back down to the 21. You know, but again, we used a smaller time frame. So right now, this suggests, hey, the 4-hour needs to come back down to the bottom of this channel. Like, you need to come and touch the 21. You are too far away. 21 needs to come. Price will come in, and then we might even fall and come kiss the 200 SMA here. So, logically, a pullback is coming, right? We got insane news, so that just made the charts, but logically, a pullback is coming on the 4-hour time frame. If I go by my traditional trading, knowledge, because we're too far away from the 21-day moving average, like I said last night. It just makes sense we would pull back. So now I'm starting to see the sense that we will pull back. We hit the top of the channel, Bottom, top, we will pull further down. We go to the 1 hour time frame. The 1 hour has a golden cross about to happen, which is bullish. And it's also bullish on the stochastics, which is interesting to me. So I think this price action was bullish enough to make people think maybe it was leaked, you know? We don't know for sure. So you got some people that still believe it's on. Some people that are just like in denial. They're like, you know what? I don't care if it's fake news. It's real news to me now, you know? I mean, so you got a measured move here on the 1 hour, which you technically hit already, but haven't filled out yet because it was such a wick. But it tells us that we could go high. I mean, the Stokes say more. RSI's got some bearish, starting to get the bearish div there, telling you you're getting exhausted, right? And, you know, but there's a chance we continue on the smaller time frame. So I'm going to continue to go smaller now. When Bitcoin goes up huge, you need smaller time frames to figure out what's happening. We call this beautiful pump to 28.5 though. Shout out to anyone that took that. I don't know how we did it, but I did it. I could feel it happening. And I put it out right when it was about to happen. I entered the trade. The trade boomed. I sold like right here, and then I sold it like 28.8, and it went to 30K. You know what I mean? You know, we don't always get the whole run, but if you got some of it, just be happy that you didn't. You know how many people got rocked, and you know how many people lost their entire portfolio today? Like if you made $100 today, I know the price went up and it's huge, and everyone should get excited, but think about it. A lot of people got liquidated today. A lot of people got absolutely liquidated. All right? Just remember that. A lot of people got annihilated today. They lost their entire portfolio. Okay? So just one thing to think about, you know? Now look, the 15-minute is about to bounce. So this is what I would do. I would act like this never happened. This is like unrealistic. So I would just take this is crazy to me, but I'm going to do something I've never done. I'm going to take a look like this is a flag, and I'm going to omit the rest of the flag. Like, I know this is weird, and you may look at me like I don't get what he's doing, but because these time frames all say you're going to blast off. So like, look, I'm just going to, I almost want to act like this never happened. So like, I know, just bear with me now. This is very strange what I'm doing. And no other TA guy will ever do anything like this. This is very unique to me. But I have this sixth sense. So I'm going to act like none of this happened. Up and down, didn't happen. Stochastics are still low, right? There's still a hidden bullish. Swing down and swing down, that kind of swings up. So like, I have to play these low Stokes with tight moving averages. This tells me that the price is going to continue up. This tells me that we can long the 7-minute and just act like none of this ever happened. All right, remember, this is my strategy. Like, if it all goes up and down that fast, just kind of get rid of it. Forget it. And look, this looks like the 5-minute is going to pump to the upside, period. All right. Also, the news may came out that the ETF did get approved. Everyone's on the fence right now. In the next hour, there could be an approval, so we might just flip right back to the upside. Nobody knows right now what's about to happen. They have the market on edge. Okay. Some people believe it was a fake. Some people aren't sure. Nobody knows for sure. All right. I'll tell you that I don't care because I don't listen to the news. I look at the charts. So it doesn't matter to me. That's why whenever I see someone like, what do you think is this happening? How many people are going to sell this? How many people? I'm like, who cares, man? Who cares? How do we get here? How did I figure out what was going to happen? How did we make gains as a trading group? How did we find this pump this morning? How did we find the pump last night? How come I was long for the last 3, 4, 5 days staying hidden bullish divergence on the 8-hour? How come I could see 29,000? I kept telling you guys we were going to go to 29K on the VRVP because there was a gap there explaining that we were going to get there. Okay? I don't listen to the news. I listen to the charts. The charts tell me what's going to happen. Some people don't get it and their brain can't see it. It's actually, you have to be wired for this. It's like a wiring. So I see this making it possibly an ascending triangle and pumping to the upside here. This is the best I'm going to give you for now on this time frame. Also, BOOKMAP also suggests that we may go higher. All right. Let's see the volatility right now. And look at that movement on a Monday. You got to love the chug-a-lug. All right. And because we're getting into BingX today, BingX is a big day for BingX. We're going to be going over the S&P, and we're going to give you some Euro ideas too. Look at the pump happening right now as we speak, starting to pump. This looks like it's going to pump. I'm calling a pump right now for Bitcoin. Let's move the stop loss. Yeah, there's a 3-to-1 risk-reward ratio. I like this trade. The take profit would be 28,901. This looks like it's about to erupt as we speak. Again, you do whatever makes you happy. I don't know how I get a sixth sense of the market, but I do. And I could be wrong. This could dump all the way to zero. I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. I'm just a guy with a Bitcoin tie on. All right? And I may have stayed at a Holiday Inn last night. I don't know. You know what I mean? I couldn't remember when I woke up where I was. I was like, where am I? You know? Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you. Let's get the lemon into the water. Something we forgot. Okay? Let's get the lemon into the water. But this looks like a nice scalp right here for Bitcoin. Low stochastic, hidden bullish divergence, which was, you know, you can see it's really there, even though you can't see it. It tells you the trend will continue. It's so insane how it is. It says we're going to break the high of the high right now. Look at the pumping. I just called this pump for you as it happened. You're in the money right now. How many times have I done this for you? How many times have I done it? Okay? Because I know exactly where I am in time. I've studied this stuff. I've spent my whole, 15 years doing this since I was 25. It feels like my whole life. I'm 40 years old. But my whole adult life, my whole matured adult life, all I have done is stare at the charts and figure out what's likely going to happen. And I'm telling you right now, I am deadly accurate. I am very accurate. Look, you're at 28,300. I just gave you this trade. You're up $170 already. I just gave you the trade. I mean, I didn't give you the trade, but I went over the idea, and it's up to you. People like this channel because when I call a move, it happens many, many times. It's like I'm a soothsayer, man. How did I know this was going to pump like this? Because I've been doing this for a long, long time. Remember, 27,300 was an area of resistance to look at last night. Now it's 28.3. We're doing really good for Bitcoin. Remember, Bitcoin's getting above the 200 SMA. Don't mind this crazy fake news nonsense. Look, I called it. I was able to figure out where the chart. No one can do this. Nobody can do what I just did. Nobody. Because you can't learn traditional TA this way. This is a gift that I have that you just can't. I can give to you if you join my trading group. I'm telling you right now, I was able to extrapolate the fact that that chart doesn't exist. I was able to find this. Nobody can do it like this. Nobody. I'm telling you right now, man. I've spent years on this. Look at that pump to the upside. You could take that money right now and call it a day. You know how many people make money off the strategies in which I teach every single day? My reputation, dude, people are going to lay out a carpet for me when I walk down, when I go to Hong Kong, Singapore. But I got kids in Thailand that have made money. I got kids in Asia I got kids all around the world that have learned my strategies and gotten paid. People have been, I got a guy teaching evaluations. My man, Master Friend, teaches you how to get an evaluation. He's the best at it in the game. All right. We have everything in my trading group. My insane concepts. Heck, if you want to learn ICT, we got it too. We got it all. We got more than any other trading group has. I'm telling you right now, God has blessed me because he saw me work every single day tirelessly. And he said, you know what, Sam? I'm going to give you the golden cup, baby. I'm going to bless you, Sam. And I said, you know what, God? Let's do this together, baby. And I preach God every single day. I love my wife and my family every single day. I'm a family man. I love my kids. I do this for each and every one of you because I love it. I love the reputation of consistency. The money comes. All that is coming. The money, the fame, all that comes. It's the consistency and my loyalty to each and every one of you and your loyalty to me. And that is what spans the movement here. That's what pushes us to the upside. And that's why I know no matter what happens in this world, World War III, 4, 5, or 6, whatever they do to us, we will live in love. We will stay positive. We will live with God, and we will make it to the promised land, my friends. I love each and every one of you. Have no fear. Do not live in fear. All right? Just like this trade played out with no stop loss. We can move the stop loss to break even now. We are good to go. We are good to go. Shout out to everybody here on the live. We got this nice buck of liquidity here that we're about to touch on. And that's at 27,008, 28.8. 28 is a good area to see the eights. Look, we got a guy hanging out at 27.8 now. So 28.8, 27.8. They like to hang out at the eights. They love the eights, these dudes. Now, if we want to get into smaller time frames to see what's really happening, we can watch the 30-second. And we can flag it out. If it stays inside of a flag, we have another chance of it going to the upside. I take little profits here and there, but this also looks like it's about to reset for a retest and get a beautiful bounce to the upside. This has a cup and handle vibe, if you ask me. There's a cup with a possible handle to the upside. Be careful, there's heavy volatility, but we have a lot of oversold price action that definitely wants to get a bit of a bounce. We watch this 30-second flag now. Remove your emotions, take a deep breath. You have the 50 coming for the 200. You got above the 200 SMA. These are very bullish signs. Now, what will be bearish? If we break below the yellow line, then I know that things are changing, and I have to take that into account. TA tells me what to do. I don't tell it what to do. I don't tell it what's going to happen. It tells me what's going to happen, and then I listen. Simple, right? Do not use your emotions. They will not serve you. This is basically coming in for the breakout. This is coming in for a traditional retest. That should retest the 200 SMA and this line if it's bullish. We might even retest the 21 SMA and start to get the pump right now as we speak. It's another possible trade someone could make if they were very, but again, you have to know how to trade the 30-second chart. You have to have access to the 30-second chart. There's a possible falling wedge breakout to the upside here with the 200 SMA as a stop loss cover, okay? Many times the 200 SMA can keep your stop loss from getting hit if you can stay below it to the upside. This could be a massive move to the upside right now for Bitcoin, okay? And I don't know. We could dump all the way to zero right now. There's no guarantees, all right? And look, we lost most of that trade. They sold it right back off on the smaller time frame. If we lose the 21, we're going to come right back down to the bottom of this channel. Anyway, I don't want to spend my whole day on the 30-second chart like I have in the past few days. All right. But we should be getting a bounce here. Technically, this is a retest bounce. Oversold falling wedge, retesting the 200 SMA. 50 coming for it. Looks like a beautiful entry right there. And that's where my life is, the 30-second Bitcoin chart. Wow, and we're kind of like, the whole world is just like, everyone's sitting here like, was it an ETF? What happened? Like, did we get approved? Did we not? Like, everyone just like, right? We're in a bit of like deer in headlights right now. We're in like a state of shock a bit. Everyone's in a bit of state of a shock. So look, we need to see this bounce. Like, this is kind of what we're watching. We get this bounce, then kind of the idea that we can get all the way back to 2880 is on the board, but we come back down in here. This could lose or we could fall further down, right? So the 30-second, even though it can be insignificant, it's showing us when a key level is about to break. I just had an epiphany. The 30 seconds, like, it's like a boxing match, right? The boxing match, like the daily is like the 10 rounds. You watch the daily time frame. The guy goes 10 rounds. But there's one point in the round, right, where the guy makes one punch or one move, and that deteriorates the fighter a little bit. And then that's when we know things are starting to change. That's like the 30-second chart, where something so small and subtle does it. And it's a key area that we're watching. 30-second chart makes more sense if you know what to look for, okay? If you know what you're looking for. Meaning, if you're like, all right, I have a key level at 29,550, and you watch the 30-second and you're right on it, and you're like, wow, if we lose that, if we break back above it. So you really want this bounce here to continue to the upside. We don't want to fall back below the 200, and we don't want to fall back down here to the bottom of the pattern. It has got a cup and handle vibe, and it's fighting the 200 SMA here. The 4 hours cooked. Remember that. The 4 hours like, yo, I can't go up anymore. Like, I'm too far away from the 21-day moving average, But we'll see. That's why that scalp, you take that money fat. That's the only problem with leverage trading. I opened up the long down there at the 786 retracement. Had I kept it open all the way to 30K, what a move we would have had, right? I would have made like $10,000, $30,000. But I didn't have the guts to do it because so many times, price action trips out on me, and I like to take my profit fast. So I'm still in between on like, how do I hold those long-term, because you'll be up $500, the most I've ever made, and then I have to watch it come back down, up 500. It's not easy. I commend anyone that holds long-term leverage trades. It's just not easy. It's my weakness, Again, if I never make money trading leverage for the rest of my life, I think I'll still become possibly a billionaire. Like, I don't know. Leverage isn't going to be what that makes or breaks me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to sell a book. I'm going to do talks around the world. Like that, Tony Robbins, man, you know how much money that guy makes going around the world? You know what I mean? Filling out stadiums, talking to people. Motivational speaking is like, I'm telling you right now, because the beautiful thing is when your product is you, right? You don't have to go buy more. Like, you sell bananas, you got to buy more bananas. You sell pineapples, you're a mechanic, you got to keep fixing the cars, you got to order stuff. When you sell the knowledge out of your mind and who you are, I'm telling you right now, that's the greatest product in the world. Like, because you're the product. You know, like I work 7 days a week. I am a physical business. My brain is a business. You're a business, you know? So look, this lost the level. We didn't get the retest. 30-second confirmed that we were going to lose the 200 SMA. Let's go back to the smaller time frames here, the 5. They still all want to give us a bit of a bounce. Let's delete all this craziness. That's why when I'm in smaller time frames, it can be a lot too, right? Because you're like, well, what's going on? That looked like we were going to take off and start to pump hard. You know what I mean? Started off really nice too. It's weird. I got like a cup and handle here. See that? Wick to wick. That's how I use my cup and handles. This wick to the wick. Usually the wick is a little left of the center of the cup. All right. Shout out to the 760 beautiful souls on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you. I told you I've been long Bitcoin. I told you I bought a $19,000 Bitcoin. I told you I started buying 15,000, 15K. I called the bottom at 15K off of, off of the weekly bullish div. We've been doing this stuff, man. Look at BTC USD. If you watch my channel, I've been screaming that this was our bottom. I was drawing this projection before anyone else was too, and showing you the hidden bullish on the 3-day chart and on the 8-hour. All right. No one else showed you 8-hour hidden bullish, man. But look, this is the weekly bullish divergence right here. This is where I called the bottom for Bitcoin. First, I called it here. I'll be dead honest. At about 18K because it was bullish divergence first. All right. I didn't know we were gonna get jagged divergence. So like right there, we had bullish, and I was like, wow. So when we came up here and we went to 19K, right in there, I bought 19K Bitcoin because I figured I was buying the divergence. Then FTX came and we got the massive red candle. Look at that. We haven't had one since that day. I always remember that day. I was in Florida, Hollywood, Florida, on vacation with my family, and boom, right? A 4-day weekend, just having fun, and boom. Swing down to swing down, swing up to swing up, and this thing would blast to the upside. And ever since then, I've been strong Bitcoin, and I've been buying. And everyone else is like, I'll wait for 22K. I'll wait for 20K. I'll wait. And I'm like, yo, Bitcoin waits for no man. Bitcoin waits for no man. All right. That's a cup and handle to the upside, if you ask me, about to blast. Right? Sammy cup and handy to the upside. All right. I want to trade that right now, personally, on the 1-minute time frame. I want to trade this. I almost might not have the time. I'll show you how I'm going to trade this. That's a cup and handle about to blast off. Like, you can clearly see, I'm called Sammy cup and handy. If I miss this cup and handle, like, I can't tell you how much my live stream sometimes gets in the way of my gains. But you know what? I appreciate you all because, you know, I educate, I teach, and I learn that there's so much more to life than me sitting behind a computer with gain. I can make gains in all different ways, right? Real estate, public speaking, being live. Like, there's just so many ways to entrepreneur this world, you know? But I do get frustrated every once in a while when I see a great trade. I mean, those stochastics just scream that we could get a move. I can keep my stop loss below the 200 SMA. And it is a bit of a cup and handle with low stokes. High volatility. And it is a Monday. I don't like trading Mondays, despite, you know, how much fun and action is going on right now. So I'm not going to FOMO here. I'm going to take a deep breath. Ask myself, do I want the trade? What's the likelihood of the trade? Let's look at my 7. My 7 says we can still get gains. My 10, my 15. Wow. 1 hour's flipping. 4 hours says you're in a bad spot, right? With a massive wick down. Still above the 200 SMA. You know, but the 4 hours is saying, hey, man, you know, I got to come back and say hi to my 21 SMA friend. We've been away for too long, right? But scared money don't make money, right? So you got to take a shot. Look, I'm missing it right now as we speak. It's a cup and handle. Stop loss was at 27,911, 913. Take Profito is at 28,838. No, 28,384. Make sure I'm doing that right. So risk 13 for 6. This doesn't make any sense. Hold on. Damn, the pump is real too, right? What am I doing wrong here? I must be on. No, I'm long. Take profit. Yeah, there we go. How am I losing more than I'm winning? Oh, it's a 1. All right, sorry. 28,128. There we go. 40 to 70. Look at that thing mooning already. Would have been up had we got in right there at the beginning of this. Risk 180 for 340. I have to up the leverage. Honestly, almost see this doing this, right? I'm going to watch for consolidation before I enter the trade. I'm going to hold off. I'm holding off. Something at the last second told me to hold off. I can't. You get this trading intuition. Can't explain it. You know what I mean? I can't fully explain it. But this could start to break out. We just want to see this consolidate nicely and stay above the 200 SMA on the 1 minute. Second we break the 200 SMA, then things will change. As long as we don't, this thing could still moon. And we don't know. The news still could be out that we could get it later on today. The idea we were supposed to get the news somewhere by the 16th of October. I remember, and they didn't appeal, remember? So doesn't it say that it has to come out because they were supposed to appeal by Sunday night and they didn't? I mean, yeah, like last night at 12 o'clock, they didn't. Or even it was in and out, killed out false move. Shout out to all my team, man. God bless everybody here on the live. Appreciate each and every one of you. And please, if you have any questions, put your name, email, and send us here at our contact info at support. And join our newsletter, everyone. If you go to cryptolifer.com, the newsletter will come up. Join the newsletter. It'll blow your mind. Shout out to the 793 people on the live. I appreciate each and every one of you for being here. And it's a shame that we always have these people on the live that should have been here the whole time, but they come when the pump happened. When Bitcoin's doing nothing and we're going over how to trade this, we got less people watching. When the pump happens, everyone wants to see it, right? It's just interesting. Like, pay attention when no one else is paying attention. That's how you get paid, not when everyone else is already paying attention. But shout out, I'm so excited to see 784 beautiful souls on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. I mean, that's tightness right there. Symmetrical triangle, basically probably to the top of the channel. That's going to bust out to the top of the channel. Still got cup and handle vibes. There's the cup. The handle doesn't have to be a falling wedge. Shout out to Jason Caffrey in the house. Shout out to Lakochi Coker. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Read the book, Blink, The Power of Thinking Without Thinking by Malcolm Gladwell. So many awesome books that I need to read. We've been in here the whole bear market, Sammy. God bless you, brother. Pick up a whole Bitcoin at 27,777 today to add to the hodl. Selling this lucky Bitcoin till it hits $1 million. Amen. Shout out to Crypto Fairy, man. He is on that sevens, bro. I love you. Crypto Fever, brother. Hunches. Maybe a bot stuck. 25,759 at the 2.8%. Funny. So we're now kind of slowing down. We're going sideways. Volatility slow, but 28.2. And, we're holding this previous resistance as support now. Right there, 28,177, holding us right nicely. This looks like we're going to consolidate here. And then we could make a parabolic move on up. All right. The daily wants to pump. You have to remember that. So now we just got to find. The daily looks good. So now we just got to find our entry on a smaller time frame. That's how I trade. And if it goes wrong, it goes wrong. So be it. All right? So be it. And remember, why are we not staying at altcoins? Because Bitcoin runs the show. Once Bitcoin calms down, the money flows into the altcoins. If you're focused on altcoins when Bitcoin is the main intender, you know, and again, we're still focused on altcoins here at this channel. We do it all, but you know, we do it subconsciously without even realizing it because that's just how we have to do it. I have a 7 tattooed on my hand. Shout out to Tiberius, man. We love you. What's your 7-minute target on the cup and handle, lifer? I told you, take wick to wick. It's about 28,800. Yeah, 28.8. It's the 8s. And that's where the order is for BOOKMAP too, which is weird, right? Hey, I'm happy with 28,000. All I want to see is weekly. Remember, weekly support, weekly resistance was 28.80. We break above 28.80, we're good to go. Let me show you that one last time too. Because, you know, people don't pay attention to this stuff on the all-time history index, but right here, this is our weekly resistance. I kept asking last week, I just want a candle to close above these two candles. I don't want anything else. Like, I'm a simple guy. We're back above the weekly resistance now. It's a good sign that we could stay above it. We could fill this candle up. And if the weekly can close above the 200 SMA, I mean, we were so far above the 200 SMA. That was bull market territory. Like, we were in a bull market. Had we closed this weekly today above that 200 SMA, you would have seen me change completely. It negates the head and shoulder pattern. It negates the descending triangle. It negates all the bearishness that we could be seeing. You know, it's all about this yellow line. We flip it. Oh, my gosh. And what I like about this is now the 3-day was getting really close to its line. Now it's far away again. And now you got an 80, 100-day moving average crossing the 200. That's a post. You know, that comes after you get a golden cross, but it's a really good sign. And so I see a bigger move coming for Bitcoin into the $40K, $38,000 region. We're getting into the halving, and things are going to start to heat up. You're not going to be able to get Bitcoin $20K and $19K anymore. Those were the greatest prices, in my humble opinion, that you could have had. And another reason why those were the best prices is because they were hard to buy. You had to have guts. And you know what? Markets really only reward the people that are insane. You know how insane you had to be to buy Bitcoin at 15 and 16,000? You didn't have to be insane. You had to be super knowledgeable of the chart. You had to have a long-term goal and have a super knowledge of the charts. If you had that, you would have been able to make massive gains. Lifer, you made me reconsider my relationship with my dad, whom I haven't spoken to in years. Dude, I lost my father, and if you know what? Even if you think your dad did you wrong, even if you think it didn't go the way you should have gone, you be the bigger person and you pick up the phone and you say, hello. You say, hey. And there's that silence. Dad, it's me. I know, Dad, I know. You may feel, you know, and sometimes our dads, people don't call us because they feel like deadbeats. They feel like failures. So when they look you in the eye, they feel horrible that they let you down. Let him know that you're okay. Let him know that you're willing to forgive him. And that, you know, if he's willing to meet you somewhere, you're willing to meet him, you know. And man, you're gonna make me cry. I don't want to cry today, man, on the show today. So with a note saying, I think I bought the bottom. I miss my dad too, man. Amen. I would say when I started buying, bought at 16 at 18K. I have a screenshot of 15.5 buy. You're the man. Insane in the membrane. I bought 2 Bitcoin at 18,000. This group is, well, you're lifers. You guys are amazing. Lifer, you make me, I love that. Get a gate myself up already. 2 screens, etc. for the bull run. Time to rock, baby. Got to get my setup ready. Yeah, man. I got 6 screens, man. I can see it all. BOOKMAP, this, that, everything. The channel, the live. All right. So we gave you that little 7-minute scalp. You can't say that I didn't get you in at 173 and it pumped up to 300. We came back down, but that was a quick little nice pump there. It was crazy. So this is what I see us doing. We're we're consolidating here. We're in a bit of a symmetrical triangle, right? 50-50 pattern. That's another thing. I'm going to be able to find the pattern. I'm going to be able to figure out small time frame, big time frame. You name it, we got it. We're going to get you there. And I could be this good at TA and still not show up. We show up every single day, me and my team. It's about a team too, and it's about you. It's not even about me. It's about you. I had 3 people watching me. You guys showed up with 2 of your friends when this started. And I said, okay. And Bitcoin was $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000. I started streaming September 19th of 2019. It's been 4 years now, which I can't believe it. You know, You called it earlier, Lifer. You said add around 28,050 and it'll charge up from there. I did, man, in the trading group. That was insane, right? What a move. What a move. That was a monster move. I mean, insane. It went all the way to 30K from that level. How did we? This looks like a nice pump to the upside coming for Bitcoin. I like this right here. I like this scalp. Might just get to the top of the channel. We may not get all the way to the measured move. The measured move. Walk the plank to the measured move. But that's something that I'd be willing to look at right there. Symmetrical triangle to the upside. The reason why it's more likely to pump, because you got the Stokes turning. You almost have a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder. You got some bullish div, kind of, or some bearish div, I guess. But I like that you got tight moving averages. Show signs of a move. MC Cody Macwin. There's no other system I'd rather spend my time with on this platform. Life is for life, man. Preparing for a massive macro. Cup and Andy. You're funny. Cup and Andy. Cup and Andy. Cup and Andy. You called the earlier lifer. Thank you. We're called lifers because we're changing our lives. Not just crypto, but body and soul. Love in God prevails. Exactly. My trading group is more than just trading. It's about reinventing your subconscious mind. It's about rebuilding yourself from the ground up. It's about realizing that you're worth it. It's about stop beating ourselves up with negative self-talk. It's about saying that we are worth it. We can, we will, we are the best. It's to get rid of the abuse that we took, maybe from a family member, maybe from a father and uncle. It's to push ourselves past all the pain. It's to get out of the past and stop beating ourselves up. It's to tell ourselves that we can. It's to get through the deaths of our loved ones. Like how you guys saw my dad die in my face. You guys saw it all. I was in that room in the hospital. You know the story. I was in the hospital room for 8 hours alone, waiting for my family to get there, holding his hand. You know, I'm not going to cry today. I promise you that. And I said I promise, so I can't do it. You know. Thanks for the knowledge, Sammy. What do you think about Pulse Chain? It's all right. I sacrifice. I don't know, man. It doesn't tell me it's the number one thing to be getting into. I'll tell you that. You know. I'm not like, oh, yeah. Like, it's not Caspa. So, you know when I like something, I'll talk about it all the time. Like, I bring up Caspa almost every day. If I like a coin, you'll know about it. It's hard for me to hide, you know, when I like something. You're going to know about it. Symmetrical triangle, either we break down here to the downside, we break further up. The smaller time frames say yes, but after everything that happened today, and it's a Monday, I'd take it with a grain of salt. I didn't open up that trade. I'm going to kind of wait it out for a better position. I see indecisiveness on a Monday. And also the group, we just made like, the group collectively, like, we made, like, I can't even tell other trading groups how much this group trades because they'll be jealous of us. You know what I mean? Like, the amount of volume that we put in on the exchanges because of my motivation, pushing people, getting people going, showing up every single day. Man, we've created, you know, something that I didn't even know. I kept pushing. And then I stepped back one day and I'm like, dude, look what I created. I was under the gun so much and I felt so much pressure that I fought. And now we got something unbelievable, right? Anyway, let's get back into the NASDAQ. Let's get into the S&P. Let's talk about it. Bitcoin back above 28,200 though, showing signs of a pump. Wouldn't be surprised if we just came up to the top of this channel for a quick little scalp. Tight moving averages say it's going to happen above that high volume node. Ooh, look, there's a nice inefficiency right here. Ooh. One of my buddies studied ICT better than anyone in the game, we believe. Really took it to the next level. I'm talking 10, 12 hours a day, every day. And he leads me, you know, I'm not going to lie. He teaches me ICT concepts in the law. And so I've implemented some of them slowly. You know, I'm not saying but look, that's an order block because there's an inefficiency. This wick didn't hit that wick. We're likely to go right into this block. It's likely we're going to hit that block. Very likely. High volume node. And again, if I didn't even have that, it still has a high probability. So we're looking for this pump up to the top of the channel for Bitcoin. All right. Still a symmetrical triangle, 50-50 pattern. So to me, it's a 50-50 shot that you're going to win this trade or not. That's the only issue. It doesn't have the, like, I'd rather a bull pennant or something with more of a 68%. So don't be surprised if we just dump right down to this 200 SMA. That could happen too. We clear this, we're going to drop down through the gap. You get it? Then we might make a giant double bottom. See that? Like something like this. So, again, when you take a trade, it's up to you. I don't care how much you watch of me or what you learn, it's up to you. It's like you got to figure out if the trade's worth it for you, if it fits your trading style, your risk management. That's why no one can really truly be your financial advisor but you. You could go pay someone all you want and you can hand them your money and you go back, yeah, you know, and I guess that's what people are supposed to do. You're supposed to get a professional financial advisor. I always thought that was ridiculous. That guy's not going to move my money the way I move it. He's not going to get me into Bitcoin at $300. He's not going to look for emerging technologies and study till 2 a.m. every single night for my gains. He's not going to work as hard as I am for my portfolio. So why the heck would I hire him? You know, I guess once you have like 200 mil, you give one guy 50 mil because you're like, all right. And you're just like, just make $1 million a year and don't mess it up. You know what I mean? I guess that's how it works, you know? So I guess you have multiple financial advisors, but then you still have your pockets that you're working on, right? You're one of a kind in the space, Abby. Keep banging on a much love. Shout out to John Crispalla. Financial advisors are scammers. Get hire a professional, but no excuse for ignorance. Being a lifer is my greatest achievement. Let's get it, baby. Shout out to Cody Moquin. The Jordan Allen inverse head and shoulder on the 1 minute. Kind of shoulder, head, and the right shoulder there. I see what you're saying. But we just got the break of the trend line. See that? No go. And look, we lost the POC. When you lose the POC, you're coming down to the next high volume node. So I wouldn't be surprised if this starts to drop now to the downside. We didn't make the trade. I want to make that really clear. I just looked for I use this tool to find my risk reward ratio, not to say I'm opening the trade. No one saw me open the trade. So the only thing is people like to take a spot of my life and try to attack me over it. So I just want to make sure, like, I never called a long here. I'm speculating on a possible long. And there's a chance this wicks down and it still is a good long. You know? I couldn't pull the trigger. I'm indecisive. So I didn't get 100% confluence on the move. Right? And I got a financial advisor. You're funny. Yeah, right. Lifer fan present. I went and saw one just to see. He thanked me after the meeting. Yeah, right. You gave him more advice than he did. You got to love that, man. That's beautiful. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. I got the Bitcoin tie on, baby. I was the guy at the Bitcoin conference who met me at any of these Bitcoin conferences and saw me with the Bitcoin tie on. I wore the Bitcoin tie wherever I went, man. You know what I mean? And some people are like, dude, nice tie, man. I was like, I didn't see one other. I think there was one other Bitcoin tie. One other Bitcoin tie out there, right? I like how the lack of bearish momentum in the MACD is kind of starting to tell me something there. So you move this down a little bit. If it keeps doing this, though, it kind of will come into a descending. It'll start to have some descending vibes. I don't like the structure. It's a little weird. If I use Wix, though, it is a symmetrical triangle. Remember now, we have a resistance, too, though. We can't get back above it, 28,211. If Bitcoin can't break back above that, expect more downside. So that's going to be a key level we're going to have to break back above. Pattern trading, bottom, top, bottom. You're going to the top of the pattern, right? I think we just broke out. And we do have the bullish order block right there, which suggests we will pump. There's a breakout right there now. So the wick was the entry, breakout above. Now we're above the POC. See that? Now I'm more comfortable with the trade because we got above the point of control and we broke this trend line. Now it's very likely we head into this inefficiency order block right here. Shout out to Master Friend. God bless you for the knowledge. And see, that's another thing. Watching me learn new things should inspire all of you. You're never done. Once you're done, you're done. Once you tell yourself you're done, you were done. Right? Man, Jay, thank you for asking me how I'm doing. Juice WRLD, you're the man, dude. And he just keeps going, man. He made another short. Like, this guy just made another $71,000. Like, join this trading group if you want to learn the knowledge. And again, do not jump in with 100 and 200x if you have no idea what you're doing. Should have 200 Bitcoin, but I didn't want to commit like that, right? Let's be savages. I saw 300K on my P&L a few months since I last saw that in one trade. I know, dude. Like, this dude made, I still can't believe it, guys. He made $500,000. Like, it's like insane. Back-to-back 100Ks. Look at the short. Right at 29.5, and he took it all the way back to 28 for another $156,000. Like, it's just nuts. Like, he's inspiring us all to make us realize like we could change our lives, man. Like, this is just, like, this man is insane. 168,000 short. $168,000 short. Like, the amount of volume you're bringing into the lifers in a day, like our volume has just gone from, like, you know, it's pretty insane. It's pretty insane. I see sideways price action here. I see Bitcoin doing false move Monday and playing games. I'm going to watch price action and just let it kind of do its thing, everyone. I'm not going to open up a trade right now. I'm going to stay off the books. I do see a nice inefficiency there. I'd be surprised if we don't hit it. I'll tell you that. But I'm going to remove the trade for now. It's too, we're right now in it. We're kind of inside of a zone right now. We're bouncing between 28,150 and 28,200. Okay. If anything, we just lost the trend line, so it looks like we'll drop down to the 200 SMA. Short down. See, that's a short now. See that? Couldn't get above, couldn't get above, couldn't get above. Lost the POC. Now you'll come back down to the 2, or then even down here to this high volume node at 27,900. Very likely now you will drop. But again, it's Monday. Just be careful. Short the market daily is spent. The daily is not spent. Are you kidding me? The daily is just getting started, man. The daily is not spent. The daily still has a lot of room to go. You know? Yes, I disagree with that statement. The daily is not spent. Also, all I want is the daily to close above the 200 SMA today. That's all I care about. That's all I care about. Like, nothing else matters for me today. We close above the 200 SMA, we're going to be in a really good spot. That's all that matters. ETF news was fake short. Nah, it's not that easy. It's not that easy, everyone. It's not that easy. And the speculative news could actually, it could have been it could be new, it could be real speculation. From what I mean, it might actually be it might have been really leaked. You know, look, you're very overbought on all the time frames, except for the 4 hour. 4 hours, the one time frame that I'm like, and you're too far away for the 21. Likely to dump back to the 21-day moving average. It's all about the daily. The daily loses this 200 SMA, then we're going to switch to the 4, and then we can start that short. But if you don't lose the 200 SMA on the daily, if we don't lose this beautiful support of resistance, we broke resistance, did we not? You gotta be, you gotta be 100% about this stuff. So like right there, we broke the daily, and you can see where this candle basically ended up closing at 27,988, and this candle opened at 27,992. So we know we got it, we'll call it 28,000, but we got support here. Bitcoin will have to close a daily candle below here for me to really want to start to short the market. Now, yeah, we might get a quick short down, but this is substantial. You're above a daily resistance. You're above the weekly. The weekly was 28,080. You have broken through weekly resistance now. We got to watch to see how the day ends. It's going to tell us a lot of information, okay? Important to see how Monday ends up closing, okay? And then I'll keep you here on the 1 minute all day, and we can watch this too. Like, the chance that this is it here. We're just making more of a falling wedge. It's getting kind of descending though. It's a descending triangle now. You're getting the flat bottom. That's a descender, right? I mean, descending triangles, they break to the downside. I say like 90% of the time, they take massive move down. However, they're 50-50 patterns. So now we're back in that 50-50, right? Again, the 1 minute is going to change its patterns on you very fast. That's what's going to happen. And this will teach you how you have to be versatile on other bigger time frames, because they do the same thing. You just don't see it in that span of time. Okay? So that's why the smaller time frames can teach you the bigger time frame. All right? What happens to me a lot is descending triangles. Let me show you. They turn into falling wedges. This is the thing. You start to learn all these things. So look, you'll get this. You'll get the dump, come up, and then look, I'll change my tune, and then I'll be in a falling wedge. Then the falling wedge can get, and then we're in a cup and handle, right? And the booms, and we can get the boom. Then we can also draw a Fibonacci and see if we're coming to the 786 or the golden pocket. Once you have all this together, you become pretty amazing, all right? And then you're just slapping some proper risk management, only risk what you're willing to lose, and you're going to be in a pretty good shape, okay? You're going to be in really good shape, actually. So, 2K Wick, bruv, my goodness. Amazing, my brother. Yeah. Flat bottom charts make my world go round. Flat bottom charts usually dump 90% of the time. I'd be very, like, if this doesn't dump, I'd be surprised. And it's going to dump where? To the 200 SMA. Look at that. There it goes. See it? It's I call this the most predictable pattern in trading, the descending triangle. I've never seen a pattern dump more in my life. But again, be wary for the fact that we're going to make a falling wedge here. See? And then because it's the one, I can keep tweaking this trend line. We don't know exactly how it goes. It could be like that. This actually kind of has like almost descending, ascending triangle vibes. And now we did look and see how the descending triangle did turn into the falling wedge. See, it happened in real time. I've done this so many times, everybody. Okay, and now you got tight moving averages with the 200 coming up behind. Key. Now a falling wedge breaks up 68% of the time. Now all of a sudden probability has changed. You get it? And if your mind can't compartmentalize probability in this manner, meaning it's black and white, like it changes when this happens, it changes when that happens, that's bullish. Now I'm more bullish. Now we come closer to the 200, the more bullish I become. See, good thing I didn't enter preemptively. I gave the charts time to breathe, time to teach, time to tell me what to do. Now my stop loss can be below the 200 SMA with a 6-to-1 risk-reward ratio. Now that looks a little more scrumptious to me. Okay? And there's we got some more backing here because the closer you are to the 200, the more likely you are to bounce. That's just how it is. So now that is a Sammy cup and handy there. That could do some damage. I personally like the trade now a lot more than I did before. And now we're at 28,090, but we're losing the weekly support now at 28,088. Can we hold the level? So this is the next trade that I'd be looking at for Bitcoin. And remember, we have this beautiful inefficiency master friend. I love you with all my heart, man. I'll be honest, man, my heart is huge. And it doesn't take me long to love someone as much as I could love a brother. And honestly, I have such a big heart. I want to love everyone that way. Like, I want to love you as much as I love my wife and kids. Like, I want to love you. You know, I guess, I can't say my wife and kids, but like, I do. I want to love everyone on this earth with as much love as I have. Like, I want to give as much love as I have. So when I meet you, I want to love you. Like, and again, people don't use the word love enough. So when you use it like this, people feel weird. Like, what do you mean you want to love me? Like, they look at it the wrong way. Love is a strong, beautiful frequency that more people should be more comfortable saying and using. You know? Tell someone you love them. It's okay. It doesn't hurt. It won't mess up your hair. You know what I mean? Like, there's these guys that come on the train in New York City and they're like, smile. It won't mess up your hair. And like, they always get a lady to like smile on the train, you know? And I always use that sometimes, you know? Smile. Don't worry. It won't mess up your hair, right? I actually kind of like the trade now. The trade looks good to me. That looks like it's going to pump. Lack of bearish momentum in the MACD. Low RSI. Stochastic, falling wedge, 200 SMA, cup and handle. And look, we'll pull the fib on the one, and I bet we have like a nice fib going here. Yeah, I mean, we're right above the 618 golden pocket. And we just bounced back above the 0.5. And I call that a local fib. When you pull a fib on a very small time frame in a smaller area, I call it a local fib. That's what I made up. I don't know. I make a lot of these terms up to help you during the live, you know, elongated cup and handy, all this fun stuff. What a difference that trade made. If you got in there or there, it changed the risk reward ratio. All right. That take profits 28,673. All right. Starting to move. That trade is now in the money. Boom, there it goes. One thing I see now, it's hard when you see everything, but it's good when you see everything. Do we make an inverted head and shoulder here? See that? Or do we kind of break above here and retest? This order block is like 100% going to get filled, says ICT. And the guy's been doing it for a long time, so you know what I mean? I don't see how that doesn't happen. But again, anything could happen. I'm open-minded. But it's very likely we'll get into this green zone. All right? But again, I'm know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. You do whatever makes you happy, right? I am not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. I'm a teacher. You're a student. I will never go over your portfolio for you. I will never swap funds around. I will never say, hey, let's buy some of this and do some of that. I can't do that, right? That's not my license. One day I may be licensed to do that. When I do, I'll be able to do it for you. But at the time, I cannot, right? So right now, I'm just someone that goes over the charts every single day, gives you my consistency, and shows you what I'm seeing. Let's move off Bitcoin. It's got me enough for today, but I gave you everything I have for it. And I feel pretty good about the information I gave you for BTC. I also did things that you'll never see on any other channel. The TA that I give is completely unique to me, and you really just can't find my type of technical analysis. You could find falling wedges, all that, but the way in which I tweak things, the way in which I talk about divergences, you just won't see it anywhere else. All right, let's take a look at the S&P. I talked about the S&P breaking up to the upside. I gave you this falling wedge. I drew a dang cup and handle on it, didn't I? I said the S&P is in a cup and handy. I said long, and look, I said you even came into the golden pocket. Where's the S&P today? It pumped. I called this pump for you. I have it. Look, it's here. It's written in stone. What I love about it is they call me Sammy Cup and Handy. So when you see the cup and handle, you know I gave you the call. You know I gave you the call because you're like, dang, he did give the call. He's the cup and handle guy, and he drew the cup and handle, and it happened just like he said it would. And so you would have been able to trade this call on BingX and make some gains, right, on the S&P. So that's why I'm offering you guys BingX, because I'm going to be giving you setups in the S&P. Look at the jagged shoulder, head and right shoulder there to the upside. Unbelievable, right? And again, it's my entire trading style. Go back to the 1 hour time frame. You were oversold in the stochastics RSI, right? Right here, MACD. MACD, I don't give a dang about. Like, see how the MACD was turning? Stochastics reign over the MACD, all right? Now you're like, well, what do I do now? I was in an S&P, and now, I don't know what to do. I'm in the trade. Well, you're starting to get away from the 21 on the 1 hour time frame. So now you flag out. Can you flag out and stay above the point of control? Bullish. If not, you're going to come down to some other retracement area to find your happy medium. Look for the 21 to come up to price and touch it. Right? And then your next big move for the S&P is this flag. Now you do want to look at the 4 hour and see what you're doing. 4 hours ready to rock. So that tells me that once this flag plays out, or it even could get pinned, we may even continue to pump. 4 hour looks absolutely lovely. So look, here's the cup and handle on the 4 hour time frame, just blasting. See that? Once we flip this 200 SMA, we are gone. Bitcoin just did this. Bitcoin just did the same move. You can learn how to trade the S&P with Bitcoin. Like all assets can teach you how to trade each other, right? Think about it. Once we flip this 200 SMA, we're going to this high volume node at 4.5. And I guarantee that's an inefficiency. Watch. There's the inefficiency right there between this candle and that candle. I'm telling you right now, once I get ICT on, man, you're going to see me doing things. You're going to be like, wow, this guy is like, look, there's your inefficiency at the order block. And then you start getting chills because you got the confluence and you got the confidence and you got the coincidental vibes. There's no such thing as a coincidence here. Get excited. So I'm watching for the S&P to either make a flag or just continue to rip. Either way, this 4 hour is about to blast on the S&P. If you don't think we're going up to this order block or somewhere into this 44.91 area, there's like an 80% chance that that's happening. All right? So get excited. They're printing money, everyone. They have to. They're going to start printing more and more and more and more and more. They're going to print more money than you ever would have believed. I'm telling you right now, listen to me. I've studied history for 5,000 years. They are going to print money. Trust me on that. I'm not a financial advisor, but one thing I guarantee is they will continue to print money. All right? They will. Bitcoin's struggling, still going sideways here. But look, it is making the right shoulder like I talked about, right? Shoulder, head, possible right shoulder there. Not saying and I can't tell you that everything I say is perfect and I'm a genius. And dude, we could go down in 2 seconds. I'm just playing probabilities. I'm just showing you what I've seen in my lifetime and what is the most likely scenario. I do not know where Bitcoin's going to go, and I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. Okay? I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance, so I can learn more. That's the key to life. Beginner's mind, keeping a beginner's mind. So I'm looking for the S&P to make a flag here on the 1 hour time frame. If that continues, we might be able to, it looks like we will be able to long it again for a massive move up. S&P doing beautiful. We bounce when we call this reversal. Out of you remember, we called this reversal. Boom, we made the cup. Then we called the cup and handle. We blasted out of the cup and handle. If you understand my concepts, if you understand why they call me Sammy Cup and Handy, your life will change. Your life will change. There's a reason I was given a technical analysis nickname. Like, people see me, there's Sammy Cup and Handy. Like, it's insane. My wife thinks it's funny, you know. The other day she said it in front of someone that didn't know I was an analyst, though, and it sounds like Cup and Handy. It sounded like she was saying, that's my cup and hand, my Sammy Cup and Handy, and I was like, you know, I don't want to get like, you know, I think you know what I'm saying without saying it, right? Like, he cups in hand. Anyway, it's a complete, you know, technical analysis term, right? So look, we come to the 200 SMA. We stay in the wedge. We struggle, though. Look, resistance. We couldn't get back above 28,200. I mean, I can, and again, Sam, you keep tweaking this trend line. Yeah, it's the 1 minute. At one point, though, once you're this low, it's over. Trend lines do not do this. They're pretty sharp. If anything, I felt like we did lose the trend. You'll get more like consistent with how your angles of the trends are, and over time, you'll be like, that is the trend. I can't explain it, but you'll feel it. You'll feel the idea. Now, this could be nice because we're coming into the 786, though. Right? Now we're in the golden pocket. And I'm just like you. I'm attempting to figure out the next bigger move, right? I like bullish divergence more than the cup. Hey, Sammy, could you please explain inefficiency? What it is exactly. An inefficiency, all right, basically means that, think about it. The price started to pump up nicely, okay? When it pumped up nicely, like someone made an order here, and then this candle boomed up. Then this candle came down, but it never came down to touch this candle. So see where this green candle is right here? That's an inefficiency. However, I've never backtested these. I've never put in my hours and hours of work. I'm trusting my friend that's done it. You know what I mean? So, and honestly, I have so much faith and trust in him. So he's pretty spot on, man. He snaps price right to his inefficiency. Like, the dude is amazing. So the idea is that these are areas where price action it's kind of very similar. It's similar to the idea of a CME gap. You know, in the CME gap, we go and fill the gap, right? Are there any inefficiencies below? We'll take a look. And we could look at daily inefficiencies too, which are going to be a bigger deal, right? So I'll take off everything and look for daily inefficiencies. That one got filled, right? This one was no inefficiency. This wick met that wick, right? Order block was complete, okay? There's one, we filled that. We're likely going to make one here. Like, I can almost preemptively call you that we're very likely to make one here somewhere. Because I could see this candle, and then this candle, and then, you know. There's one right here. So look, there's a daily inefficiency right there. So that means we may, you know, and I don't honestly, does every single inefficiency always get filled? Like, guaranteed? Like, so it's guaranteed we come back down to 2750? Let's find an inefficiency that did not get filled, right? That's how you would have to backtest this to find out the answer. And it almost seems like they do before they, you know. Anyway, I'd have to do a lot of backtesting on there. But there is an inefficiency down there as well. So the S&P, I got you at hello. Watch for the flag and the 4 hours bullish. I see us continue to the upside. My measured move for the cup and handle is somewhere up in 45,085 for the S&P. All right. Sam is on fire. Shout out to Master Friend. I love you, man. God bless you for being here. If that closed below, is that considered an SFP? Yo, my man. You're funny, man. I like this. No, it's an NWOG, man. All right. It's not a swing failure pattern. All right. NWOG with the SFP and a flip B. It's so funny, man. It's an NWOG, NDOG gap, man. Come on, man. You know what I mean? Understand your new week openings and stop playing games with me, all right? I can remember like 90% of what I read. So if I study something one time, I'll remember all of it like immediately. It's so scary. The problem with me is then I forget like how to buy bread, you know what I mean? And like how to bring my daughter to practice, you know? Didn't trade today, missed the boat. It's okay if you miss the boat. Your entries might be bad if you're entering during a fake out like this one. Where did you enter today? Yeah. Everyone, it's okay if you miss this move. Many moves are coming, and we are here every day. Take a deep breath and take it, and it's okay. The emotions get to you. They do. You know, they do. I didn't nail the move. I didn't make as much money as I wanted on the move in my leverage account and my other, you know what I mean? So it kind of like, it was like, you know. But it's okay. You know, I could beat myself up all day about it, or I could get myself ready for the next move and tell myself that everything is a lesson to be learned, you know? Stay strong, people. Stay strong. Mental toughness is the key. So there's your S&P. Let's take a look at our NQ. The NASDAQ E-mini futures, baby. The NASDAQ E-mini futures. Okay. I reloaded over here. Did I have this in a cup and handy? I did. Sammy, cup and handy. Now, we talked about it. We said it's likely to retrace a little bit here, but look at this beautiful W. It's a slanted W, but it's a W nonetheless. We have a really nice support at the 0.5 fib here. Okay? I'm looking at the NASDAQ starting this consolidation. And I like maybe come up here and get tighter in the zone, and then a bigger move is coming. The charts tell us that they're consolidating the NASDAQ, and they're going to print so much money, it's ridiculous. All right? Don't worry about the war. Honestly, I'll tell you right now. 200 years ago, Albert Pike and these Freemasons, they knew that they were going to create an issue between two religion and races and try to start a world war. It was written. Like, you can study Albert Pike, and you can say, he tells you how he's going to start the world wars. He tells us to our face. So there's a chance that we cannot let this world war happen because we already know how they're going to try to start it on us. This is the first time that all consciousness is now out, and we can now hear each other speak. All right? One person can open up Twitter and get millions of people to hear them and battle the mainstream media. You couldn't do that 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 6 years ago. None of this could have occurred. All right? Anyway, so remember, there's a chance we can stop this. We are smart, beautiful human beings. Putting a bullet in each other does nothing for the consciousness of the human race. Also, what if we did suffer an existential stent from another alien race? We would have to unite, right? We wouldn't be able to fight each other. Remember, didn't Ronald Reagan make this? Like, what would we do if we were Ronald Reagan made some statement about another race and how quick we would come together if the whole world was under attack, you know? And I think, as we get into this world of understanding we're in the Galactic Federation of Light and we are one of the many, many, many beings sharing this giant universe, might be smart for us to kind of start getting together. You know what I mean? And whatever religious issues we have, and the problem is there's so much pain there from so many years, and there's people on both sides, and you killed my brother, you stole this, you kidnapped my kid, you did, and the pain is just building up, and the people have so much pain. How do we heal all these people? How do we find a way to give them peace? How do we quell their nerves and tell them that God is good? I mean, it's tough. But I pray every day that we avoid WW3 and that we're just too smart and too elevated for it. I just don't see I don't see what it brings us. I had to say my piece on that, and you know, everyone wants to pick a side. I pick a side of the least amount of dead people, man. Whatever side that is, like, I just want the least amount of people not to die, man. I want people to stop dying. Quoting someone I know, I want people to stop dying. I want them not to die anymore, right? Like, you remember someone saying that? I want them all to stop dying. Like, I thought that was, you know, no more war, man. Stop the warmongers. Enough is enough. All right? Live in light and love and positivity and trade at your highest frequency with the lifers. Amen. Amen. I just want people to stop dying, man. Like, is that okay? Is that okay? You know? Oh, man, it's a tough world. So NQ looks good to me. It might pull further back down to the 618 fib and the 786 right there where we touched the two. So, you know, watch but you know why? The markets have been so amazing, and we kind of have this diagonal trend line holding us down. I wouldn't be surprised if we just made a bull pennant and broke out with the amount of money they're printing. So here's the deal. Watch for this bull pennant. To play out like so and get tight. If we breach this and retest it, we will be able to take a short probably down to the 618 area, something like that, and then we'll get the bounce. But if we there's a chance we stay up in here and we still get the pump. Either way, I see the NASDAQ making a massive move to the upside. Everyone's telling us we're heading into a recession. They were wrong. TradFi had this in a head and shoulder pattern. They called the head and shoulder, if you remember, a bunch of them. They called this a head and shoulder, which I was like, you know, it negated it. I called the reversal right there while all these dudes said that we were going down and that the world markets. And I nailed it yet again. Whatever. They don't like to listen because they're like, oh, he didn't trade at Goldman Sachs, you know. But I'll trade every one of these people. I've spent more time in the charts than they have. Period. Put me up against any analyst. Put me up against anyone that runs $1 million hedge funds. I will sit with him and run circles on them. Or they'll know as much as me. I sat with a guy that managed $1 trillion fund for State Street. He's a friend of mine. I can't say who. But I know someone that works for State Street, manages $1 trillion. And he knew what head and shoulders were. He knew he wasn't like, you know, he didn't trade like we traded. But he knew, you know. Shout out to Roaring Kitty. Shout out to everybody here. I turned 0 Litecoin into 2 Litecoin so far for free. I mean, that's huge. That's amazing. Shout out to CJ Morissette. Trump was in a very long time that didn't get us into a bunch of new wars. Shout out to Stack McChange in the game. I woke up like, what did I miss? And again, they cater this to the hours of the Eastern clock on United States time. Like my time is how my market's catered to my time, you know? And look, we put this call out on Bitcoin right here, and this thing would moon on the 33-minute chart. Look at that. And hit the target beautifully. Insane. Way past the target. I mean, that thing would just blast. In the trading group, everyone. TRB, an absolute moon for 74% on the perp from Stack McChange. Big time perp. Shorting to the downside for 12.6% gains. Nice move. Big time long for 10% gains. Nice move. Tomy for 300. Wait, hold up. I just saw a 300. Front. Banged on him out the cup and handle for 388% gains. It took a month, but that was your low, and it never went lower than that after a massive pump. A month. Imagine 4xing your money in a month. FitFi banging on him. Ava banging on him. Ava. Dude, a Bitcoin accurate call that I put out yesterday. This was yesterday I put this out in the trading group. I said there's a flag on the 7. We banged on that flag. Like Starly I put out. This thing banged for 91%. Never hit the stop loss. Another accurate call for Bitcoin or BLZ when I talk about the short coming down to the 3-day. Dude, we cover all coins, Bitcoin, you name it. I have elite traders working for me. Another elite accurate call for Bitcoin. I called this on the live stream. We pumped to the upside. This was the weekend, right? I was wearing this on Saturday. This is Saturday night, October 8th. Oh, no, a week ago. But I think it was last Saturday night. Maybe, I don't know when it was. I do so many streams. Anyway, I have elite traders pumping out charts. I'm pumping out charts. I got people in the 99 pumping out charts. I got Master Friend teaching ICT better than anyone in the game. We got classes on Sunday. I do a class. We got so much going on in the trading group. It's insane. You can trade BingX. You can trade MEXC. And remember, if you're new and you're watching right now, jump into BingX today. The first 100 people, we have a link to BingX right here. And We have a nice banner here for BingX. If you want to jump on in with the QR code with your phone, make it super easy. You don't have to even stop watching the stream. You have your phone on you. Grab that QR code, boom, get it in there. You know what I mean? Make it super simple so you can do two things at once and get it done. Everyone likes to multitask. Why not do it today? BingX is also amazing. The reason why I love BingX is take a look at this. Right now, they're also going to give you $50 if you join in for a $50 deposit, or $100 if you do 3,000 and leverage trading, which isn't that hard at 10x. You know what I mean? It's not that hard at 10x leverage to get 3,000 in trading volume. So again, it's for the first 100 people. Jump on in today, exclusive news. Why are we doing this? Because look, I just gave you the NQ, the S&P, and look, now we're going to give you Euro USD and talk about a Forex trade as well. Why are we going to talk about Forex? Well, why not? All right. So wow, let's break down Euro. So look, once we lost the 200 SMA, negated the fact that we had that beautiful trend line. Let's look at this on the weekly and kind of assess the bigger time frame. So it's been in a downtrend against the dollar, period. As you can see, right? Overall, long-term downtrend. Euro just keeps getting beat up. Every asset's going to get beat up against the dollar because they keep printing it, and they're lowering the value of the other dollars too, so they're causing issues. Now, the weekly is very oversold, saying, hey, we may have a stopping point here. And you set up your support or resistance. This is Euro USD. Tends to follow BTC pretty much too. If Bitcoin pumps, this likes to pump nicely. Here we got a bit of a falling wedge. That could break to the upside. Previous resistance could be a support bounce. We lose this level, you're going to drop down, though, to the bottom of that channel. Let's take a look at our 3-day chart. Our 3-day chart suggests we can get a nice pump out of this falling wedge back to the upside. I don't like how low we are below the 200 SMA, though. Not the best sign, and it suggests that we could go lower. We could start a lower move. But it does want to pump to the upside. Stochastics, MACD, everything looks good. No real strong divvy yet. The daily has a divergence right here and right there. So the daily put it into divergence, and it has a shoulder. The daily has a funky shoulder, head, right shoulder, and it is attempting to put in a higher low here in a bit of a cup and a handle. You see that? So the daily showing signs of life and attempting to bounce off this new support zone here. Nice pump on the daily. And we're going to take a look at the DXY in a second for you as well and jump into the news. In case there's any new news coming out, we're going to give it to you. Bitcoin sitting at 28,070. I got BOOKMAP loaded for you too as well. Every couple of seconds, I'll tell you what's happening with Bitcoin. It does have orders lower. All right, let me show you the setup that we've been watching on the 1 minute to keep you nice and privy to it. And the shoulder, head, we are making the right shoulder now. See? The inverted head and shoulder, you see that? That will be an inverted head and shoulder. That technically would be the entry at the right shoulder right there before the pump. That's an inverted head and shoulder if I've ever seen one. Measured move to the upside is something like this. We have a shoulder, a head, a right shoulder to the upside. Playing around with the 21 SMA, the 200 SMA here. Technically a bearish retest if I'm true to the trend. Can I buy the screen share or do I have to be in the 99 too? I mean, it's $99 a month. You know, you got to jump in, man. You got to jump in, man. We want serious people that want to get it in, and we love you. All right. It doesn't mean that you're not serious and you don't want to get it in. I just want to let you know we love you. And you know what? I'm telling you right now, you'll find a way. If God, and this is going to sound weird, but if God wants you to be in the group, you will find a way to spend 99, you know. Just like if God wanted me to go to St. John's, my parents found a way for me, you know, for me to go to college, right? Like I went to St. John's University, you know, things cost money, but somehow God provides. I do not know how, but God does, you know. Look at me, I got 6 screens. I got suits, ties, like look what God has, look at the abundance God has provided for me, right? And I show up every single day consistent. I pick something to be consistent about, and that's what saved my life. Find consistency and discipline, and it will save your life. It will save, and when I save your life, I mean it. So again, everyone, I want to see if we can close a candle above the 200 SMA on the daily. I'm watching the smaller time frame for a possible right shoulder move here to the upside for Bitcoin. And we're back to Euro USD. So what's happening to Euro USD? The 4 hour wants to pump. I see a possible right shoulder getting made here. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if we made a right shoulder there. Look, shoulder, head, right shoulder. And I've seen this type of pattern before too. technically it felt like it broke out already. So look, you broke the trend. Look, resistance, broke the trend, pushed out. You pump up to the 200 now. 4 hour looks absolutely lovely for a continuation pump. MACD shows lack of bearish momentum. You just have a resistance that you need to flip at 105. Let's see, because these matter. You guys are like all about your pips. Like a second matters to y'all. Like a 0.001 on this thing. Like that's a pip right there. Like a 0.001 or something, right? What is a pip exactly? Because I've never been like, I believe it's like one, like a, is it, you know, what is a pip? A percentage? What do you guys call pips? I never traded Forex. You guys all call them pips. In crypto, we don't call no pips. We don't do no pips, you know. I see this forming a right shoulder and probably getting a move to the upside here. Look for the 50-minute to be oversold to make that right shoulder. It is. It's interesting. It's also a rising wedge. Rising wedges break down, right? So it looks like you get a little bit of short on Euro USD first, back down to the POC. Then see what happens. See if you can hold that level, make the right shoulder, and then there's your next pump. So I see a little bit of a short. I see a possible short on Euro right now on the smaller time frame. I bought the 99 for 3 months, and I let it go for a couple of months. I never felt more blind. Now I make sure it gets paid so I don't miss out. Vitality B, God bless you, man. See what he just said? He was in for 3 months, then he stopped paying. He immediately lost his goggles for Bitcoin. Like, I go over it every single day. Even if you're the best Bitcoin trader in the world, you're going to get something out of my analysis. I'm telling you, some of the biggest traders watch my analysis. I know they do. They tell me on the low, or that every once in a while they'll reach out and be like, I saw you say something, and I know that they watch my live a lot because, you know, they want to say something about something I said, or they'll bring it up, you know? So I may be one of the most watched YouTubers of the YouTubers. You know what I mean? And I don't get a chance to watch a lot of other YouTubers. Like I'll catch Jason Casper once every other day if I can, if I get, you know, but I don't like to watch other people's stuff because it'll influence what I, you know, like I may never, if I watch another YouTuber, I may never have been so adamant about the 8 hour hidden bullish, but because I didn't watch anyone else, I stuck to my TA, you know, and I could see what was happening in my TA, right? Everything is going so good lately. How often do you showing losses even bigger in flex is the case? How often do your losses recap? Showing losses is even bigger in the case. I mean, I have a bunch of losses all the time. You know what I mean? But we just honestly like, well, let's break it down. There's got to be there's a bunch of charts that didn't play out. Like if I go to my alert section and look through alerts, you know what I mean? Watching this coin, wanted to come back down. A lot of times it's like I'm waiting for a chart to come back and it doesn't come back. It just continues to pump, you know. I'm watching Merit Circle for a big move. I told everyone to put $500 in it, and I want to take a G out when this thing starts to move. It's already actually in the money, but I'm watching Merit Circle. I could see this thing make 105% gains in the next 3 weeks. I called a short for TWT, which was completely wrong like last week, you know. Like, and I knew it was going to be a tokenmetrics pump, you know, like they were going to probably get it going. But it didn't. The technicals didn't look good to me, so I called the short for it, like it was going to come back down to the 21-day moving average, and it didn't. It pumped up to the 2. That was a wrong call for me, you know. What else did I do? I like big time right now. It keeps pumping and coming back down. Like it keeps. I'm in big time right now. It did pump up 9%, and I waited for Casper to get to the perfect place, and I waited a little too long, you know. So I'm not perfect. Also, we do have a loss section here where people post their losses. Lifer gains and lifer losses right here. All right. There's a loss. There's some losses. Losses. I mean, I basically open most of my trades here live with you guys or on the live stream. So if I take a loss, you'll know about it. You know, more than likely. I'll show my entire P&L. But I'll only do it on my weekly screen share. See, people already want to know the behind the scenes now. So there's certain things that I want to dangle so people will pay. Now I am personally in this trade for over like $3,000. I've been watching this trade very, very closely. It's been consolidating, tighter. And I'm waiting for this move to the upside for big time. I like the consolidate. If that doesn't pump, I mean, that's a perfect bull pennant, but it may not. You never know. Nothing is guaranteed in trading. All right. And only play the cash game sparingly. Don't get greedy. Be patient. Think of this. If you have 1 penny and 2x it 28 times, it makes over $1 million. No way. 28 times? No way. Really? 2 cents, 4 cents, 8 cents, 16 cents, 32 cents, 64, $1.28, 256, 512, right, 124, 2,048. Yeah, and then you're at 4,000. Wow. You just got to double a penny 28 times. That's insane. Damn, look at the free gem you just put out for your people. Hit the like button. I mean, look at that thing. That thing is about to blast for 100% gains. Like, that thing is insane. We like this LYUM, right? Which was LYUM. Had a nice pump. Got a little bit of a sell-off of it. A nice pump, though, all the way up 34% gains. I talked about putting it out there. Islamic coin I put out. What happened to this thing? It just kind of went sideways. Didn't do anything yet. Looks a lot like BigTime. They look like identical. And BigTime looks a little better. But they look very, very similar. All right? Very similar. Shout out to BingX. We appreciate you. BingX, the first 100 people get those. So, use my link. If you already have BingX, just open up another one. Send it over to mine because I'm going to help you. And this won't be the first time. I'll lean on BingX for some other stuff too. We'll have to do some more promotional stuff every once in a while as well. So I'm excited for it. You should be too. But yeah, I'm watching the Islamic coin, and I'm not saying this has nothing to do with what side. There's no side. There's no polarization. I'm a trader. So don't even try to put me in a box because I'm just trading what I'm seeing. That's consolidation. I wouldn't be surprised if this thing bangs out for 52% gains. I got alert. What is that blue line? That's an alert. If price action crosses it, it'll tell me. I thought you said the 4 hour was going to dump last night. I did. But that's why you got to join my trading group. Last night, it did look like last night when I went live, I saw a possible short. But if you join my trading group, let me show you. I don't know where price action is going. The 4 hour was very far away from the 21-day moving average. I didn't know we were going to get a fake tweet. You know what I mean? But let me show you. That's why you got to join the trading group. I might put something out at 10 at night. It may change an hour later, right? So where are we here? I ate spaghetti last night. It was so amazing. Spaghetti, why is spaghetti and meatballs so good? Like, why is it just so good? For me, it's like it might be my favorite meal. So right here, look, after much thought, watch the 7 minute. It may very well pump to 27.50. I put this out after I put the short out. I do a lot of contemplation. That ended up blasting to the upside. I still opened up a short, but then I closed it. Look, the 7 minute flag did explode. Look at it. So you would have been able to know what that flag was, and you would have got that extra update. So don't ever take my live stream and throw it in my face like that if you don't join my trading group. Ooh. Don't get nasty, Sam. Don't get nasty with the people over here. No, but you can't call me out for analysis when I have an extra hour or two to do more analysis, and I can't go live. And that's the difference between paying $99 and just watching the free stream. You're not going to get those updates. You're not going to get the exclusiveness. You're not going to see when my mind wants to tweak it just a little bit and give you that extra sauce. You're just not going to get it. You're going to want it, but you're not going to get it, baby. You're going to wish you had it. You're going to count your pennies. You're going to be like, well, can I just get in? And I'm going to be like, you can today. You can today. It's okay. I still love you. Don't worry, man. I love you too. Sam gives us the bearish scenario. True. Master friend, we love you. Exaggerated bullish div. Alpha, you're whack. Anyone that says, I don't even, whatever, man. I only respond to love, man. You're whack, bro. You're so whack. It's ridiculous. No other mentor in the game. Wake up at 5 a.m. to 6 a.m. to give the group an update. My man here sees the day. Exaggerated bullish div on the 1 minute. Let me see if I'm learning. Exaggerated bullish div on the 1 minute. Let me take a look. That is exaggerated bullish divergence. You're very good because you're swinging up on the RSI, but you're flat on price action. Exaggerated bullish div. You are spot on, my man. You are spot on. Well done. Well done. You saw it quick, and I was able to verify that pretty fast. That's exaggerated bullish divergence. I don't know why I said bear. Exaggerated bullish div right there. All right. And look, that is, look, shoulder, head, kind of elongated right shoulder. You could say that was the right shoulder let go. But now we have support for whatever reason at 28,050. But we've lost the weekly resistance. Remember, resistance is 28,080 now. I want to get a candle above it, please. Let's take a look at BOOKMAP again so you can kind of get leveled with your levels. Leveled with your levels. Remember, I fly to Florida Wednesday night, so I will be incapacitated for most of the afternoon on Wednesday. I'm going to need Elite. Write that down, right? There'll be a 3 to 4 hour period where I'll be going to the airport, right? Doing all that fun stuff, getting to the Airbnb, setting up my stuff. It'll be about a 12-hour period where I will be not able to really get to brass tacks and do my charts the way I want. I'll do an update in the morning, and I'll do an update at night for sure. All right? 28,090. So, look, we got more liquidity to the downside, and we got this big bar down here at 26K. It's kind of creepy. Like, do we go back to 26,000? I'm open-minded that anything is possible, and I'll help you guys. If we lose the 200 SMA on any of the time frames, and then we start going further, then I'm going to start looking at getting closer on the 3-day, and then if we lose it on the 3-day, I'm going to flip bearish again. So I'm ready to give you the bullish or the bearish scenario no matter what happens. We're going to do it for you guys every single day. And girls, ladies and gentlemen, lifers and lifettes, we love you all. We appreciate you all. And we thank you all for being here every single day. It means the world to me and to everyone else that helps this movement. So there's more liquidity to the downside, period. 28.75, but there's still, I call this cherry picking. Whenever there's one really close, we just go and grab it. So 28.5 is still holding for a level that we may continue to the upside. The 99 is a coalition of like-minded traders, all posting confluences on many assets. Like the place for you to share ideas and grow as a trader. Join the 99 and get the dedication you deserve. I love that. Alpha, things in the market change quickly. Set your stop losses. No one is 100% correct all the time. Amen. The weather in Florida today is awesome. Might take the rest of the day and go to the beach. I mean, why not, dude? You deserve it. Like, you know my man Master Friend says, bask in your wins. Take the day off and go bask in your wins, man. You know what I mean? Today I consider today an amazing day. Like, an amazing day in the trading group. Unbelievable. You know? The weather in Florida today is awesome. Might take the rest of the day at the beach. 2 nice wins today, man. I love you, bro. I love that. It really is. I'm taking off early, too. Dude, do it. Do it. You only live once, everyone. Do it. All right. This is so funny. Like, look how crazy this is. Imagine being so mentally unstable that you needed a medication just to testify. SBF lawyers say FTX co-founder may need Adderall to testify after 2 weeks watching his closest friends detail the collapse of his FTX exchange. Sam Bankman-Fried lawyers brought up the possibility of their client testifying in his own trial. Complaining to the judge Lewis Kaplan late Sunday about the lack of access to Adderall in jail, they argued that Bankman-Fried wouldn't be able to meaningfully participate in the trial because he hadn't been receiving his full dose of Adderall, which he's prescribed to treat his ADHD and depression. It's an issue that has been raised. I'll be honest, Adderall is an amphetamine, all right? They used to give amphetamines to the world, to the Nazi soldiers. You can research this. They were pumped full of amphetamines. That's why they were ready. They couldn't even feel the bullets. It's a form of speed, man. And again, I'm not a doctor, and some people take Adderall and they think it works, but over time, I believe it will cause heart issues. And if you can't find focus on your own through meditation and working out, like what happens when the world ends and the Adderall runs out? What happens? I always think of real world scenarios where everything goes out the window. You know what I mean? I'm not putting anyone down. If you're on Adderall, God bless you. I just think look up the heart. It can definitely affect your heart over time. After 10 years of taking it, your heart may have an issue. I'm being honest. And again, maybe I'm wrong. All right. I just think that any type of prescription drug is just a way to get yourself dependent on something. I wanted to be dependent on God. I wanted to be dependent on my prayers. I want to be dependent on my meditation. You know what I mean? And I struggled with ADHD. They gave me Ritalin as a kid. They gave me, they tried to pump me in Adderall. They tried to do all that stuff to me. And something when I was 21 years old told me that I was either going to become a lab rat or I was going to become a real person. And I decided, you know what? I'm going to take, and again, I'm not putting anyone down if you take medication because everyone's brain is different. I'm just talking about my experience, By the way, there's a record 18 Fed speeches this week, including Jerome on Thursday. The Fed is just going crazy. All right, so just be careful. We've been sideways throughout the whole stream, really. You could say we shorted a little bit from 28.2 down to 28,000. I didn't short. The market went down a little bit, but it went pretty much sideways, right? And we started with the idea that we were in a descending, and a descending turned into, at the end of the day, the descending triangle did break down like it was supposed to. It just barely retested before it did, you know? And then it turned into the falling wedge. And that was a good teaching moment as well. What about relying on medication for serious illness? No, I'm sure, man. I'm not saying, again, I'm going to stop now because I don't want to polarize myself. I'm saying if you can do it naturally, do it. Everyone is different and everyone has a different scenario. And I have no idea, and I am never going to judge anyone on what you do. I am not you. You are not me. I don't know. You know what I mean? My only worry is this. Something happens where, you know, society does end and there's a problem and you have to go live out in the woods for a while and you can't get the meds. What happens then? Right? And to that's what kind of I personally think about, you know, when things aren't where they want to be, you know. Shout out to Juice World in the house. 2-hour live, baby. Juice World, you're the man, dude. Juice, man. I don't know where you came from. I don't know. I got to meet you, man. I got to meet you, bro. You live in Dubai. You live in the UK. Where do you live, man? Could you tell us at least where you live? Just the continent. You don't have to, like, be specific. Are you an English guy? Are you an Irish guy? Are you a Saudi guy with money? I envision, who is this Juice World person? You know, who is this mystique? You know? Shout out to George, back for the dead, man. We love you. Dark Alley, you're funny. There should be some of the prescriptions because it makes people nuts. I'm not going to take my EpiPen when I get stung by a bee. You're funny, man. Most when I use it are addicts. Never met anyone who did who wasn't. Bet he used 2 years too early. I have a place in the USA, UK, and in the East. Got to travel a lot due to business, etc. Wow, so you're not even just a full-time trader? You have a business? That's insane. Can we do business together? Is there some type of business that we could do together? You're one of a kind in the space, Sammy. Keep banging on. Much love. Shout out to John Crispalla. We love you. And that brings me to the news, everybody. And remember, BingX, man. Big day for BingX. All right, we love you, BingX. We really appreciate you. Hit the QR code right there to jump on in. We can trade the NQ and the S&P. And look, I'm putting out these awesome setups, too. So get excited. Get excited, man. Get excited. Like life is gonna boom. You know? Juice World, juice us. It's because I got hit by a truck on foot going 60. CJ, we love you, man. We know you struggle. We love you, brother. And I'm now a bionic man. It's funny, and you're 6'8" too. And isn't Crypto Bear Baker 6'8"? We got a bunch of people in the group over like 6'6" or something. Like even you know, Master Friends 6'7". Like, I don't know, we have the tallest group in all of trading, man. We have like multiple 6'6" guys in the trading group. It's insane. Me being 6'10", I mean, it's hard being so tall. People look at you when I'm 6'10". When I walk in the room, people just like, it's so whack. You know what I mean? And I've never been able to take a shower. It's so hard, man. I go to the hotel, my feet are always sticking way out over the thing. I would do anything to be 6'3". Like 6'10", just, I can't stand being 6'10", man. It's so whack, bro. 6'6", 390 pounds, brother. Master Friend is a walking bear hammer candle. You're funny. Bro. 5'7" represent. 6'1" here. LOL. You're intimidating presence, Lifer. You're funny. Bro, you're not taller than I am. Jamal Antonio, you're funny, man. I make up for my lack of vertical. I'm not 6'10". I'm messing around. Always pictures. I am 5'8.5", man. I'm barely 5'9", like 100%. Like, and I love every second. I love every inch of me. I'm so happy with what God gave me. I am 190 pounds now, and I will truck you. I will truck anyone. No, I won't. There's certain people that will easily slab me. 6'3" gang, Lifer friend in the house. Lifer Adam in the house. Shop it bigger and taller. I miss making it 6 foot club. Funny, right? You know, that stuff doesn't matter, man. It matters what you give to others and what you bring to the world. You know what I mean? Everyone has a gift, and that's what I truly believe. Like, everyone has a gift. You see me smiling right now? I'm smiling because I'm doing what I love to do in my life. And I'm so excited for each and every one of you that are going to join the trading group and learn. And I know so many people learn and change their lives in my group. And I'm in the business of helping people get educated. And the educational business, what a great business to be in. Educate, 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 educate. If you want to make the trades that we made here with no fees, MEXC does have a link in my description today. But it's all about BingX for the day. And here we are with the news. We're going to break down the news for you right away. And I'll be right back with the news. Shout out to everybody here. My name is Samuel James Price, the Crypto Lifer, and every single day I give you the news, 3 to 5 minute segment to kind of get it kicking, get it going, and show you what's happening. Whether it's fintech, Web3, crypto, or finance, we got the news, baby. Let's get in. Let's find out what's happening. GBTC discount to NAV hits lowest level since 2021 as SEC elects not to appeal the grayscale ruling. So this is a big deal. We didn't get an approval, but they had a shot. They basically didn't approve the ETF. Then grayscale appealed it. The SEC had till 12 o'clock Saturday night, I believe, to appeal that. They did not. And next thing you know, I think it was Friday night, actually. And next thing you know, and we had a weekend pump like you read about for Bitcoin. We really did. We're still holding 28,100, which is the weekly resistance. We get above that, we're going to be in for some more pumps. And this is a big deal. You know, you could have gotten grayscale so cheap on a discount paired to Bitcoin, you know. And now that discount is getting closer and closer to be, and soon it will be over. It will be a premium. You'll have to pay more. You'll have to pay more for it. Why? Well, people have access to Bitcoin without buying Bitcoin, so there's a little bit of an incentive there. When Bitcoin's down and out and no one wanted it, you know, you basically kind of got a deal because no one cared, right? But once Bitcoin gets hot and everyone wants it again, this is going to get into demand because people are going to get, they're going to like, I don't want the hardware wallet, I don't want to do all that, so I'll buy GPTC, and it gives it a premium. So this is kind of something actually you can make even more money against because you can buy on the discount and sell at the premium. Pretty interesting. So this is a big deal. It's also, we should kind of get an indicator, the GBTC premium indicator in the next 4 or 5 years as it continues. It tells you when the markets are actually starting to take a bit of a move and turning on us. So that's interesting and something you want to kind of keep paying attention to as Grayscale gets that ETF. Bitcoin getting the pump here a little bit. Back up in action. Look, the shoulder head, there's the right shoulder there. Boom. That's an inverted head and shoulder. That should break to the upside for nice gains. It really should. I don't see why it can't. And the measured move is the length of the middle of this to here, and boom. And then we head off to that order block that we talked about too before. Let's clean this up, make this look neater. And we have a falling wedge that could break to the upside. Falling wedges break up when you find the inverted head and shoulder. That's another place to kind of start to look at them. Interesting enough. And, you know, triple bottom also at 28,050. And if we look at BOOKMAP, it's still just battling sideways at 28,100. Nothing too crazy, all right? But we do have the setup for you to kind of watch, and I will tweak this again for my trading group as I continue to kind of feel this out. But the angle looks okay. A little too much here now. Almost feel like, can we take this? Do we take this from here? And I don't know. It's weird. Almost need it. We need another touch. Like I'm going by one line. It's real weird. Like you can't really make a trend line with one line. Like, you know, that's basically illegal what I'm doing here. So I kind of have to connect it to there and at least give it some type of an uptrend. And for now, until if we can come up and down, then I can get my line and then we can kind of find trajectory. So that's a little weird for me, but we'll get there. We'll get there. All right. Sorry, let me get back into the news. BNB-based AI platform MyShell raises funds at $57 million valuation. Another project that we've never heard about. MyShell raised $5.6 billion in seed funding on Halving Capital. It's an Optimism BNB-based platform that offers AI tools with token metrics aspect. MyShell, an BNB-based platform that offers AI tools, has raised $5.6 million in seed round funding. Wow. The round was led by ISLM Capital, which participation from Halving Capital, Folius Ventures, 7X Ventures, OP Crypto, and others. MyShell said Monday this was an equity with token warrants round and brought MyShell's valuation to $57 million. A co-founder, Ethan Sun, told The Block in an interview. MyShell also raised a small $20,000 pre-seed round earlier this year from friends in the crypto community. What is MyShell? is a Web3-enabled AI platform that enables creative, personalized chatbots called shells. The platform is for both content creators and consumers. Creators can generate AI content bots, and consumers can find and use those bots. As for the Web3 aspect, Sun said there would be a token rewards for both creators and consumers. Creators will get MyShell's native token when their content bots get traction. Meanwhile, consumers will be able to stake on top of AI bots and generate income. Since its launch in May, MyShell claims to have already gained over 30,000 creators and over 400,000 users. It aims to bring a creator ecosystem to blockchain. The AI landscape today is grappling with pressing challenges, including a lack of transparency, centralization, and misaligned incentives. Migration from Polygon to OP-BNB. MyShell is currently offering some features on Polygon, but it's set to migrate to OP-BNB Layer 2 network on the BNB chain that utilizes Optimism Stack and Optimism rollups. BNB is continuing to go up in value. If people think that Binance is going down and all, I keep hearing that. That was insane. Like Binance going down. Dude, they just got more licenses in more countries around the world. They may have some issues here at home, but they're broadening their reach around the globe. And the BNB chain and PancakeSwap was a staple. I became the cake man. I found cake at 60 cents. It changed this whole channel. It changed my whole life. And I've been doing DeFi for a long time. And I'm going to get back into it pretty hard when the market starts to rip again. Bitcoin jumps to 30K and then dumps as false spot ETF approved, reports circulate. CoinGlass data shows that $72 million worth of short positions were liquidated on the move to 30K, and a $31 million in longs were liquidated during the correction. It definitely was a fast up and down movement. If you didn't know how to trade technical analysis, we got you in and out of that. Our group made boatloads of money. You might have missed it. I'm sure some people got rocked and wrecked because they used their emotions to chase. They didn't have a setup that they were waiting on. They weren't disciplined. If you stay disciplined, you keep your setup, you go after your setup, you're going to be all right. But multiple liquidations. We saw it here live on the channel. It was insane. But that news was, we did find out that news was not real. The ETF was not approved. However, they didn't, appeal. They didn't go against the SEC, the Grayscale's appeal against the SEC. So that, there's a bit of gray. We're in a gray area, no pun intended, when it comes to this in Grayscale. So, but again, we didn't get the official word. So that was false news that definitely pumped the price. A lot of people took it, ran with it, and it went all over the internet. I woke up thinking, too, that there's a chance that the ETF did get approved. So there you go. Remember, too, for news this week, 18 Fed speeches this week, including Jerome Powell on Thursday. It's going to affect the markets. However, the CME Watch tool says that we will not get a rate hike in November. So far, there's about a 92% chance that we will not get a rate hike. Everybody, thank you so much for watching. My name is Samuel James Price. Everybody, thank you so much for watching. My name is Samuel James Price, the Crypto Lifer. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. Remember, if you came to the channel, then you're already doing the right thing. Crypto is life. All right, and everyone, I got to jump on out of here for the day. I've been talking for 2.5 hours straight, or what it feels like, with my updates and other things I was doing for the trading group. We did see this, but we're seeing sideways price action. Bitcoin's still struggling to get above the 200 SMA on the 1 minute and to get above 1, 2, 3. However, look, starting that rounded bottom, like we could get that move. And honestly, look, this is an Adam and Eve. Oh my God, everybody, look. Isn't this an Adam and Eve? Oh my God, that's an Adam and Eve double bottom. That thing could break out today. I'm interested, man. The daily still is good. Remember, all we want is the daily to break above and close a candle above the 21-day moving average. That's all you need today. You don't need a lot. That's all we need. We can start from there. And then can the weekly close above 28,080? That's it, everyone. That's it. We don't need a lot. That's all we want, and we can go from there. Thank you so much for being here during the live. I appreciate it. Let me take a look at the fan funding and talk about the super chats. Bitcoin has just taken the show over lately. Merit Circle, you're one of a kind, and watched last night's stream, a lot of gems. Thank you so much, Cody Macklin. We'll take a look at Merit Circle. I kind of did glance on it real quick, right? And we gave you 2 coins that look like they're about to blast to the upside too as well, and some other things on my radar. So, so Merit Circle already getting a bit of a pump here off the bottom of the channel. I see it cup and handling all the way back up to the top. All right, we want to look at our daily and our 3-day, and the daily is still getting started with momentum. All right, the 3-day just getting ready for a massive move. So I'm doing this on the 3-day chart. It usually takes about 15 days for this to play out. But I'm going to watch this every 3 days. In 2 days and 8 hours, this 3-day candle will close, and we will see what happens. But that's, I'm just in there, and I'm going for the move to the upside. You know, you could always put a stop loss below this point of control. But again, you got to figure that out for yourself, and it has to make sense. Everyone, thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. Remember, God bless all of you here. Appreciate each and every one of you for jumping on in. God bless you all. Thank you so much for being here. I'll see you tomorrow for another beautiful live stream. If you're in the trading group, you're going to see me all day long, baby. And my update will come later on at the daily close and sometimes throughout the day. But you always get 2 video updates every single day, unless I do a live stream where I already give you the video update for 2 hours, which is on like the weekly candle close Saturday nights and stuff. Everyone, I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for everything. God bless all the amazing traders. Thank you to all my lifers. I couldn't do it without you guys and you girls, ladies and gentlemen, every single one of you. Be strong, mentally tough, stay disciplined. Oh my God, my daughter just came on the window. I see you. I see you. I love you all. God bless you all. Have a wonderful day. Stay safe. You can, you will. You are the best. Thank you for everything. Gratitude is the attitude to abundance. God is great. God is great.